sparks in the night. So cold rocket dreams, resilience in the fold. Hedge pressurizing, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping, stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rocket scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in awe, it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? Good morning. What a lovely day. Oh, I feel like my bull market is back. Feels great. All right, friends, welcome. Hey, who here has joined the boot camp and came yesterday for class number 1? Let's see it in chat. Want to know who my peeps are. Class number 1, the intro class, right? Where we basically just cover what you're going to cover. It's a huge, right, curriculum of awesomeness. Lots of people. Awesome. We had the biggest bootcamp turnout that we've ever had. Every time it gets bigger, but this time it was extremely big. Amazing. All right, you guys are in for a treat. Today we cover position sizing, so that's what you don't want to miss. This is where we go into right into the juice of how to survive as a trader. Position sizing is key, and we're going to start that today. And then tomorrow, diving right into liquidity maps. So liquidity maps, you guys will notice whenever the market opens right about 10 seconds in, I flip over to SPY and QQQ and I get these extra information that I transfer over to my futures chart. That's the big one. All right, you guys. Good morning, everybody. Wow, lots of people. Y'all guys are here. Pre-market, waiting, chilling. I'm going to read the first 40 names to get started here. Simon D and J.Y. Casper, Fraser, Jonathan. Good morning. What's up, buddy? Benny, PB, Sean, Duncan, Maddie, Devin, Eli, Dahuri. Get touched. Crazy push up after all of it. Well, yeah. So, right. That was the ceasefire is now into effect. I think the terms of the ceasefire were like, okay, both sides finish up your operations already and then stop. Right. So there were a few buzzer beaters as people were spreading misinformation like Trump didn't really have a ceasefire. There's no ceasefire. People on social media are morons. This is what I've come to conclude. I literally said, we're going to let people finish up their operations, but then there's a hard time frame, ceasefire, and now it's over. And now the market just right back up to DD band in the morning. This is great. Bull market in effect. What's up? What's up? Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Michael. What's up? Don. What's up, Badger? Drawing. DJ Boat. Everybody smash the like button really quick. We're going to do this thing. You need to hit the like button immediately when you join, because as soon as we hit 1,000 people and 500 likes, we're going to have to do our giveaway right when we do it. We're not doing it 11 anymore. We're going to do it right at the start. So everyone smash, smash, smash really quick. Tell everybody right now, right now, right now. Hit it. Niles, what's up? Mike, what's up? Dave, Ibrahim, Levi, Chad, Dave, Exploiter. I'm with the band. Moneymaker, Lee Media, Alan, and the rest. Fraser said, thanks for all you do. Matt requested your first payout ever on an eval account after yesterday. Only started in prop space in April. Blew a bunch of accounts initially, but since finding Rock Scooter and going through the boot camp made a huge difference in your trading. I'm also another decent 5K payout, another account. About 650 left to make that one. Fraser, dude, awesome, man. I love hearing people and their journeys having wins like that. It's amazing. Very awesome, man. This is you guys putting in the work. So the boot camp is designed to teach you how to do the work, but the right work. It's not a, you know, here's my super secret magic sauce, you know, trust me, bro indicator. No, it's not like that. It's not like, hey, here's recycled, you know, ICT PDF document that shows the trade setup that'll make you millions of dollars immediately with no effort. No, none of that, right? It's pure trading skills, our bootcamp. We teach you how to think like a trader. That way you come here, you don't even need anybody to tell you what to do. You don't want people to show you what to do. You don't want people giving you a magic sauce. You're just thinking like a trader. And even with a random technique, you can still do all right and survive with your own accord. Nobody's giving you handouts or call outs in our Discord. Nobody's telling you where to buy or sell. Nobody's pulling trigger for you except for you. The fact that people come in here and say, I haven't got a payout ever and this is my first one since the boot camp, it tells me that the boot camp is doing what it's supposed to do, which is teach you guys how to think like a trader. That's all you got to do is learn how to align your mindset with what you really need to be thinking about. Oh, hot mic. Oh, clicking ASMR. Oh, you can hear me clicking this morning. You can hear me combing my hair, my beautiful hair, fixing my part. Which hold on. I love when I leave the mic on. Should you trade today, even with the news? I mean, what's the news? That things are kind of settling out, seem to be a little bit all right, right? Hope this isn't the World War III stream. Oh, no. We don't talk politics here. We don't talk that kind of stuff here. We don't, in the context of predicting the market's the only time we'll bring it up. I'll bring it up if it aids in my prediction. Other than that, no offense to anybody in any side of the world, any side of the fight. We don't give a shit about this kind of stuff in our work day. While we're here at work, we're doing our job, which is got to predict the stock market. Every once in a while, I get someone who cares a lot to be passionate about this conversation, but this is not the time or place for it. You care about everybody equally, but nope, No World War III talk, no crazy speculation. Just the question is in context of the market. It's needed to talk about just in that. But the ultimate goal is not to pick a side or piss people off. The ultimate goal is to find out which direction these knuckleheads in Wall Street can push this market. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Reading all your comments this morning. Second time taking the course. Awesome. Join. First time. Had close to 400 people taking the boot camp. When we started, there were only 30 the first time we did it who got in the first time. So each time it's bigger and bigger and bigger. Congrats, by the way. Yeah, all you people doing awesome. Hearing it. I love it. Didn't make the class. Getting that $20 yet? That you're here? Where's the sign up for the membership? The membership or the boot camp? So the boot camp is included in the membership. Here's the link for it. First link I'm going to post is the membership plus boot camp. It's the platform plus boot camp comes together. This second link is for boot camp only, the $20. This is this one. Hit that like button, guys. Smash it. Smash it good. Let's talk about the market today. Looks like we're going to be opening somewhere down in here with a huge gap up, which is really lovely. Love to see all that. I got all my little markers here. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start like anchoring start putting in a request for my team to start making the automation of the conversions. With my conversion algorithm I do, that's going to prevent the dancing effect. You guys know what I'm talking about, the dancing effect. It'll limit that as much as it can. Hello, Spicy Chip Man. Oh, they're so good. I just ordered another box of spicy dill pickle chips. You know, I'm going to say, fuck my blood pressure and cholesterol, okay? They're so good. The data included with lifetime? So no, it would be cool if it was, but unfortunately, that money goes to a different entity. So your data feeds, unfortunately, go to the exchange, and therefore it's unavoidable. You still got to pay for your live data if you buy the software outright. Dun, dun, dun. Grand new day in chat. One lucky viewer going to get a trade 500 account. That's amazing. Yep. What did I say? Want to earn the speculation of ceasefire actually being what price will do today? It already did it, right? Price just basically became unhindered again. So let's think about it like this. The war or potential for war has pretty much zero effect on the American infrastructure economy. Almost nothing will come of it, right? We've deduced that the only real thing that Iran can do is block the Strait of Hormuz, which is 3.5% of their entire production we take. Most of it goes to China. So we deduce that whatever they're saying they're going to do that is hilarious. I'm sure the pressure for ceasefire came from all directions, not the U.S., likely China and others, because China is their biggest customer. And so, you know, I obviously, whatever is going on over there, none of our Mag 7 companies have exposure over there. You know, Google's not running like, you know, server farms in Israel. You know, this is not like, people have to understand that the stock market is pricing in American stocks. While there's initial panic, right, that comes from whatever, it's not driving the stock market. I saw some very ridiculous conversations where people are saying S&P C at 4,000. I'm like, what? I'm like, maybe a 400 point drop from the panic over the course of a day, maybe a week, and then we're back to rallying. You can go back on my Twitter feed when I said this. This is like a week or two deviation. That's it. The pressure causes panic because people are freaking out that a bigger conflict may happen, but wars always make markets go up anyways. So just like 9/11, the market, you know, freaked out for a little bit, and then it's not like it turned into a bear market. War, especially war in the Middle East, will never, ever, 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 never, ever, never create a bear market in the United States. War with China would be a different story. War with other people where we trade large amounts of stuff would be a big story. Iran's not blocking ports, you know, of major shipping lanes for us for goods and services. There's no way it's going to crash our economy. We're going to be absolutely fine. So your question about the news has to do with, you know, what do we do with the news? It's just pretend like it didn't even happen. We're back on trajectory of rallying straight up based on whatever mechanics we have now. So now the question is, we're back to Fed and trade war stuff, right? Ceasefire is just a regular thing. I'm sure in the coming weeks, one of them may violate the ceasefire. One of them may start threatening each other again, and the market may temporarily sell for a hot moment or two, and then we buy that dip. That's how I do it, or I do. You guys do whatever you feel like you need to do. But I've been trading long enough knowing that a maximum impact around my change of oil price is like $3. That's about it. I had somebody on Twitter telling me it's going to be a $120 event, and I really told them how silly they were. Because if they block the strait and cut off a tiny bit of our oil import, which is us, we get everything that we need from Canada and Mexico and South America and stuff, or all, Canada and South America, all these places. Never is that going to affect anything, even if they got their, other, like the worst case scenario. If oil prices started going up for whatever reason, like they decided to, flood the oil supply again and choke the oil supply again and raise prices, what's that going to do? Well, if oil gets to be $80 and $90 and we just turn on our dormant shale rigs and start producing our own, and oil prices come back down, we flood the market to bring the prices down, and we can actually capture China. If they close the Strait of Hormuz, then we start shipping to China because we can export now. So it's like a self-correcting measure. OPEC, since we started exporting, completely has lost control over that one stunt that the Saudis pulled in 2015, which is flood the oil market and crash prices. They can do that again, but there's no way they can choke oil and raise prices. Long period of time. I told that thesis right out the door when somebody said $120 barrel. I said, probably $3 on the worst case scenario, because everybody knows when oil gets too expensive, we just start drilling. And so, on the moment that somebody was like $120 oil, obviously the amount of a ceasefire, oil crashed $10, $12 in a single day. And as usual, I spit facts and I was fucking right. So here's your $120 a barrel with, Iran closing down the Strait of Hormuz. We went from 77 and we peaked at 78 on peak overshoot. 74 to 78. Oh, it's $4. Didn't I say 3 to 5 on Twitter? God, it's like I have history, and it's like I know this stuff or something. My prediction was 3 to 5. Somebody said 120. So I what you got to do is have a realistic approach to the market, and it only comes with history. How do I know this? I traded oil for many years. I know what it's sensitive to. I know it's not sensitive to that. That's a tiny amount. I'm Texan, man. I bleed muddy black color. Okay, oil's in my blood. So this is like something I've been doing for a long time. And so realistic expectations is the goal of today's conversation. Realistic expectations. Now that there's a ceasefire, number one is the war, even so, is not between us and any of them. Even so, the panic, if you think about it, minus the highs and lows, all we saw at the end result of it was just a slight bit of volatility. If you erase the volatility, which was right here, it wasn't even that much volatility. We barely broke our BBB level. We made a couple of attempts and we're back on path to the bull market we were in. The bull market betting on the trade war, resolving nicely. So now we're back to the question of, now the Fed's not going to cut rates more than once this year, maybe once if we're lucky. We need to get that inflation down. So now all ears are back on the trade war. Let's just think that like Iran and Israel should probably be something you not mention ever again in the context of this market, unless we get involved again. Even if they start firing rockets at each other, the market is going to shrug it off and not even care, because we've already done our piece. We've already knocked out their nuclear facility, which was our goal. We're done. We already found out that the global superpowers didn't line up and come to their aid. That's probably why Iran folded and Israel folded, because nobody rushed either one of their aids. The World War III everybody wanted didn't happen. Nobody gave a shit. Russia wasn't like, I got your back. China's not like, I got your back. Everyone's like, you guys are fucking idiots. Figure it out yourself. And then everyone's like, damn. Oh, well, okay. Well, how about a ceasefire? Let's figure it out. Right? the big global contact we all feared would happen didn't seem to happen. The US just started bombing targets over there. It seems like more people are on our side than their side. I think that's the leverage we had to pull up a ceasefire, was that no one's coming to your rescue. And you guys are just going to nuke each other, and your citizens are all going to suffer, and you don't want this. So stop fighting at each other. Neither one of you want nukes. I think Iran, that big blow that we did probably scared them. So anyways, the point I'm saying is, conversation is that we're not going to big war, and therefore the market's back to where it needs to be. Okay, we all understand that? We got minus the turmoil we had over the last couple of weeks, what Trump was calling the 12-day war, because he wants a bigger war than the 6-day war, I guess. I don't know. But we're back on path. We were literally going on path. The volatility we had from that is like it didn't even happen. This is all that it was. So we were already on this trajectory, and we're back to normal. Okay. So that's where we are. With the software and boot camp, do you still get the data? You have to still buy the data, Reese, unfortunately, because the data, you pay the exchange for that. It's a separate payment. So, but it's cheap. The payment for data to your, if you get your equities data from us, is just $10, and your futures data, if you go through a broker, is going to be $14. I think 4 plus 10 for an API fee with CQG. But anyways, so yeah, so with the news, people are like worried about whatever. Let's just say that as a trader, you got to be quick to respond. We're going to remove that from our understanding of the market. Even if you hear news feeds of bombs going off, this and that, and opportunities come out, I'm buying the dip as quick as I can. I want dips at this point. I might not even get them. The VIX absolutely collapsing on this. We are below triple B, guys, which is 21.3, and we just started the trading month. You guys know what this means. This means golden trading month. Don't we love our golden trading month, right? Let's hopefully be that we are corrected on MHP. We are corrected on DD band. We're corrected on monthly maps, right? Guys, all right, do me a favor. Smash the like button really quick. We're going to do something now. We're going to do our giveaways right at the start of the stream. As soon as we tap 1,000 viewers, the moment we do, we're going to do a giveaway. So I want everybody to load up the stream and leave it on. If you want to be part of that giveaway, and we're going to change the rules such that if the giveaway happens within the first hour, and your name is drawn, let me think how I'm going to do this. I want to be, if your name was drawn, you didn't have to be here. You just have to be in the stream. But let me think about how I'm going to do that, because I don't know how I'd hunt that person down. Let me think about that rule before I say it. I was going to say, if your name is drawn, you win. Forget the respin or whatever. But now we'll still have to do the respin, so forget about that. But yeah, so we'll do it right at the start of the day. So everyone got to hit the like button. So we got to get up to 500 likes as soon as we do it. Guys, we get to smash that really quick. But yeah, so now we have the ceasefire in place. We're back to normal. Now we are trading. We tapped DD band already. We're probably opening with a huge gap up. Very important to see what resilience does at the open. Clean and easy, baby. NASDAQ is already at upper DD band, which is also pretty crazy. I love seeing that. Get all my tools over here out of the way. Put this over here. Put this over here. I wish I would have grabbed along, but last night I was chilling with the IDOC. All right. Let's go ahead and mark up where we think we're going to be there. And let's mark up where we closed here. Any questions you guys have? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people asking about, what's going on with the ceasefire and all that. Does anybody agree, disagree, or have comments before we move on from the topic? I.e., the idea that that's going to affect our market anymore pretty much forever is gone. Like, it's never going to really enter the stream again. We've already proven that it's not turning into a war, and we're not going to be involved any further. So chances of us ever having to think about it again while trading is probably zero. Any questions about that? Because I love the idea of our bull market being back. I love the idea of being below triple B, baby. I love the idea of nice, clean bull market that even from here, I'm ready to long throughout the day if we get liquidity pockets, right? Yeah, Matt Hooks probably has the right answer. I don't think it'll affect the market anymore, but I doubt the ceasefire will last. I'm 100% with you on that. I think Israel's broken ceasefires with Hezbollah and Hamas probably like 800 or 900 times. I saw a post about that. And will either one of them violate the ceasefire? Whatever. Here's the thing. Even if they do, none of us are getting involved. Russia, right? With Russia not coming, China not coming, India not coming, none of the big superpowers of the world coming. Nobody Nobody came except US to bust up one nuclear facility and then we're done. They could probably break the ceasefire and fire at each other for years, and I don't think the stock market will ever flinch anymore. This show of force proved that. Yep. It's annoying too. Another streamer earlier, the chat was hyping itself up to every bit of speculation. Yeah, it's our job as traders to realize where things are back to normal. It's not going to be a thing anymore. Even if there's a threat that like this and this happened, watch that big red candle get gobbled right back up. The market has now sealed its fate back to being bullish. We have all the signs of that looking great. How to determine the values of the yellow lines? There's a whole video that we go over this in our boot camp. So you have to join the boot camp to learn the technique. Speaking of, dang, are we really at 892? Is that really monthly hedge? Good Lord, guys, hit the like button really quick. We need to get the likes to 500 before the stream starts. I'll make you watch ads until it gets there. So everybody do me a favor, go below the screen and tap, tap, tap. Give us some love really quick. Don't forget to hit the like button. We're trying a new thing. We're going to try to get the stream to 1,000 viewers. That's the new goal. We were getting so close with like 950, 960, and then it kind of tapers off. At 1,000 viewers, I will go out there and buy another Tradeify straight to funded account, which is $250 every day. Every day. So, I mean, I'm committing to giving you guys $5,000 extra on top of what I already spent, just for smashing the like button and being here in the stream. That's how we do it here. Smashy, smashy, smashy. Also, right now, they extended the sale at my funded futures. Let you guys know really quick. The buy one, get one. So my funded futures, if you buy an account and you pass it, this is such a great deal. They give you a second one for free, like a second eval. So in case you fail, you got a backup account to go play with. What a great deal. They're extending it for another week. So if you guys are using my funded, make sure you hop on that. Stock up on some of those. Try to pass those accounts because getting free accounts is always a good thing. You know, I always stay in touch with all the people, right, in the prop firm world. So I always kind of keep in mind is we're going to do this new thing for you guys is we're going to kind of create this thing where we keep track of like what is the hottest deal right now. So you guys can always be aware of it. Like it was so successful for everybody, all of us to go grab those funded next accounts that had no DLL, right? So I'm like, why don't I keep doing that and find out what's the hottest deal so we can all stay in the loop of that. And speaking of funded next, they recently changed their infrastructure based on all of our notes. Let me tell you what they've done. Thank you guys for all of you guys that sent in things. They admitted, you know, they were really sorry about being overloaded. Essentially, the sale went so well. They got so big, so fast with customers, it just overwhelmed their tech support. Trust me, I know. We went through that. Massive growth spurt happens. And then, of course, they had a holiday in the middle of it, which kind of sucked. And so, you know, I told them, I was like, you guys, that was horrible timing to have a holiday right before you had this sale. And they were like, yeah. I was kind of like, what were y'all thinking? You know, you didn't think, I guess, no, you can't nobody can estimate their own virality. That's the thing. I guess they anticipated the employees they did have that weren't going on holiday to cover it. But boy, they blew up like with so many people. And so they got behind. And so this is the thing. And they had some rules that we got them to change. Here's what they changed. You ready for this? They listened to me and they listened to you guys. It simplified and clarified micro scalping and HFT rules, making them more transparent and well-defined. A lot of times the high frequency trading, we're getting triggered. Like if you bought a micro and bought a micro and bought a micro, like trying to average in, you get flagged for HFT. But I told them, I said, that's incorrect. You know, HFT is defined as if you get in and get out within that time. So people accounts got blocked. I got them unblocked. So I got all of you guys unblocked. I got them to change the rule. So there you go. Funded Next released straight to funded today in CFDs only, but I'll give you the inside scoop. You guys want the inside scoop? I'll tell you. This is inside scoop. July the 1st, straight to funded in futures, July the 1st. And we're going to get a huge sale just like last time for us, for the rocket code. They said, we appreciate all the feedback you've given. We've already released all of your clients' accounts and the overall process becoming much more streamlined. So everybody that got locked or whatever, or waiting for approval and all that, waiting for interview and all that, we just got you unlocked. Previous issues, account delivery once you get funded, getting your funded account switched to, once you pass your eval, going to funded is a much quicker process now, much more streamlined. And the microscoping HFT flagging is now removed and being addressed and well-defined. They will never be triggered unless there's a valid reason based on actual trading behavior. So they had an automated process that was really bad. And the automated process is being revamped to where it's basically trading. So a lot of people are getting flagged by like cost-based DCAing, longing as the market's dipping, getting a better cost basis. You buy at a pivot, it dips again, you buy again. They were calling that HFT. Their algorithm was just not considering entry and exit. So they fixed that up. So, you know, we have the ability to make changes in the prop firm world. And I really love that you guys give me that feedback, and you guys are, you know, patient and understanding that they're a company just like us. Trust me, when Rocket Scooter came out, there were times when, you know, our data feed was overloaded and it crashed for everybody. Yeah, there's a few pissed customers, but most of you guys are understanding. And, you know, now many years into the road, we have this beautiful, near flawless product, well, knock on wood, that works day in and day out with very little issues. And I know what it's like to have growing pains, to go explosion, have your brand go viral. I mean, shit, our company has grown on our stream, 25x since January. Our customer base has 3x'd since January. I know what it's like. So appreciate you guys being patient, giving me your feedback and stuff. They really like that too. All right, guys, don't forget to smash the like button. We've got 500 people here. It's gonna be about 600-700 in the next 15-20 minutes. We need to get the like. I'm gonna remind you guys all day. 505 people, 300 likes. Can you guys do it one more time? Watch this. Smashy, smashy. Is there still uncapped payouts and straight to funded? I don't know the details of the futures account yet. I asked them, and when it was releasing, and they're telling me they're going to give me more information when it does. So the program hasn't launched yet. I don't know if it's uncapped payouts and straight to funded. I don't even need to do it Tradeify anymore. Like that would be number one, very risky. I would be freaking out if they did, and I'd be the one to bankrupt the company. Because at that point, it's a race as to who gets the first big payout. Because that won't last. Here's the context of final words on the ceasefire, right? Iran bombed Israel. Somebody bombed somebody. After the ceasefire, market don't care anymore. That's the thing. We don't care anymore. Market doesn't care anymore. What happened is I'm whipping out my doTERRA drops. These things are so good for sore throat. If you guys don't have these are a miracle. When I had COVID the first time, they're like $1 a drop. But let me tell you, here's what's in them: sugar, brown rice syrup, wild orange oil, clove oil, cinnamon leaf oil, cinnamon bark oil, cassia bark oil, eucalyptus oil, rosemary oil, and myrrh oil. This is the spiciest thing you'll ever eat as far as a cough drop goes. All it is a bunch of essential oils. They're anti-inflammatory. They're no medicine in this thing, and they will numb your throat. When I had COVID, I couldn't smell anything or taste anything. But after eating one of these drops, I could smell my cologne again for a minute. One of my friends told me about it. And you coat your throat so well with that cinnamon bark and cinnamon oil. Is good. Like, it's anti-inflammatory. So like when COVID was like, your shit was all swollen and you couldn't smell anything because everything was like inflamed. Once I did one of the drops, I was like, it's like I could smell my cologne. I'm like, oh my God, it's a miracle. And like 20 minutes later, I couldn't smell again. So I knew, I was like, okay, this is temporary. You know how bad I was freaking out that I'd never be able to taste and smell again? I was so depressed, eating crawfish while I had COVID. Like, you know, my friends would go pick up crawfish and we'd all sit at the pool and just kind of chill. And I couldn't smell anything, taste anything. And crawfish tasted like eating sand. I was so sad. So sad, man. Make sure it's food grade and essential oils if you make it. Oh, yeah. Brian Johnson told you sugar beet's your first ingredient if you want to live forever. That's true. Why would you eat such an ultra processed something? No, this isn't processed. This is all natural oils. It's just sugar and essential oils. So it's not processed at all. There's no chemicals or medicines in it. Chew a few cloves, you'll taste for sure. Nah, dude, I would like drink hot sauce and I couldn't even taste it. When I had COVID, it was like I could drink hot sauce and I could feel it burning. Like I know that it's burning because I can feel the burn, but I can't taste the burn. Absolutely numb. You know what the Bible says about myrrh? All I know is myrrh was one of the what the three wise men took to Jesus, right? Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's all I know about myrrh. I don't even know what myrrh is. Maybe some of you guys will know. So fake. Protein powder is processed food. Yeah, you know what protein powder comes from? Is cheese. You know what BCAA powder comes from? Duck feathers. Enjoy. So doTERRA On Guard throat drops. They're not cough drops. They're anti-inflammatory throat drops. So when I couldn't smell when I had COVID, when I'm super congested, I eat one and it clears out your nasal. Dude, it's got like everything in here that you think you would want to smell to wake someone up from the dead. Rosemary, eucalyptus, cinnamon oil, clove oil, wild orange. It's basically like a spicy orange kind of mint flavor. You know, when you smell rosemary, you're like, woo. You smell eucalyptus, you're like, woo. It's like all of it, bam, packed into one. So it's not even, it's all essential oil. And my friend was like, essential oils that are, you know, food grade and good are like really good. Some of them are anti-inflammatory. So cinnamon is the secret. Cinnamon bark, I was reading on it, has anti-inflammatory properties. And so when you're swollen, I swear by it. When I did the cough drop, I could smell my cologne for a hot minute. That's how I knew. I was like, okay, there's something here. I was like, thank God I can smell again. I'm not going to die. I was like, I don't even care if I die. I just don't want to live if I can't taste crawfish anymore. That's what I was telling people. I was like, death would be better than this. And they were like, stop joking like that. COVID is killing people. Imagine tasting like nothing. You're just eating something spicy and you're like, I can tell that it's spicy because I feel pain in my mouth. Well, the Phonetic promo on July 1st have no DLL. I don't know. They haven't given me the info about it yet. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button if you could do me a favor real quick, friends. We're going to do the giveaways right at the start of the stream now. If we get to 1,000 viewers and 500 likes, and we're nowhere close to it. So we're not doing a giveaway if we don't get 500 likes. So Adam, that's what I'm eating. It's to coat my throat because I've been streaming for 8 hours a day. Give me like a lubricated. What do you think about Powell testimony today and tomorrow? No real effect on the market. Powell's speaking super scripted, and the Fed has already announced that they are less likely to cut rates, basically from the dot plot. So I really don't think we're gonna get Powell dropping any kind of major bombs. No pun intended. Where's my news here? Where's the juice? Must have closed that one down. All right, let's open it up. All right, this week we're going to watch resilience out the door for opening move. Looks like we're gapping up into DD band. DD band itself is a possible long play. Any rejection off, like I said, I could probably try to take along a DD band. Resilience is going to pop and then drop the half gap. Maybe I could do that in like one account. Just take the gamble in one account. Like one contract out the door. Or maybe I should wait. Yeah, I'll just wait. I'm going to be overtrading this. This week, nothing really for the rest of the day. We got housing prices index and CB consumer confidence number on wait, hold on. Yeah, that is coming up today. Never mind. That is in 30 minutes. So consumer confidence number is going to be a big deal. Everything's related to tariffs. It should come in as a beat. It's a 99. Was the estimate. We should come in much better than that. Tariffs and things are slowing. All that sentiment is changing. So I think we should be all right there. Other than that, Wednesday we have new home sales, and that's really it. Thursday, core PCE, durable goods, all that stuff. GDP, that's the real big day, Thursday. So today's gonna be kind of a light day of the CB consumer confidence numbers. Is all we're looking for. The last read was 98. That was pretty big and pretty huge. Obviously, leading up in the trade war, we dropped to the mid 80s. Anything above 100 you want to see is pretty good. And so we came in close to 98 last time. I'm seeing the chart here. And then we spiked up in the last read in May. So we should be better. Ever since the April change of pausing the tariffs in Europe and stuff, we're back up to close to 100. So the forecast is even better at a 99.4 on a 98. I think we're coming at close to 100, not better than 100, which will be bullish. We get the read. There are 600 people and we can't get 500 likes. Yeah, I guess you guys don't want to do a giveaway today. That's all right. We'll do one tomorrow. All right, now we're off. Okay, I wonder if we get like a resilience is positive, very good. Maybe pull back here. Let me see if I can't just for funsies. Maybe I can dig my way out of it. Maybe just take a long out the door on positive res. This is risky, so I wouldn't do anything close to what I'm doing. I'll be willing to take 1,000 or 2,000 to dig myself out of it. To long an upper DD band just in case. Let me get my liquidity maps here so I can see what we got going on. Just plop in one contract and DD band open. Positive res. Let's see if we get our liquidity maps come through. I wouldn't at all be doing what I'm doing. Bull zone, long it open. Yeah, that's all we got to play with today. Hopefully it's not. Hold on, wait. I think this is yesterday's data. Hold on. Smash that like you degens. All right, we should be good. All right, so we have nothing to play with. There's no bull pivots except for DD band itself. That's it. Anything lower than this is bull zone, roughly 50 points lower than that. So we're kind of just chilling on QQQ. I'm sorry, 200 points on QQQ lower. That's the only support, 200 points lower. S&P, same thing. Wow, 60 points lower. We got nothing to play with but DD band long. Okay. What are we feeling, guys? It's open as support. All right. What should I do? I'll just take the long in a couple of accounts and just fucking let it ride. Ride, ride, ride. We'll let it ride. Why the hell not? We got nothing nearby. No bull zone. No nothing. Nothing nearby. It's gap and go or it's fall a lot. So, well, pick your poison. See what we got. We do have second touch of DD band, so open a DD band I think is a trade I'd like to see. Fingers crossed on this. Let's see if we can get something good here. So we have no liquidity pockets, no anything, nothing. Nothing to trade off. If we lose the open and we dip into half gap is also a support. Other than that, there's nothing to play with today. That's it. Nothing at all. No pockets, no hedge pressure. No, nothing. All right. So if we fall, I've got bull supports all down in here for some A pluses, but I think we should be good. We should be all right. All right. Support the open? Probably so. All right, gonna watch this one. Yeah. So nothing. Nothing's good. We bumped up. I think this is gonna be a gap and go or push. Again, if the market falls, then that's great. I've got some bull pivots way below here, but I think we should kind of see what's going on. If the market tries to fade this, it fades really, really, really far. I don't know why my monthly maps are not displaying correctly. Let me redo this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice and bullish. We're back to bull market. Monthly maps are good. Greater market signal today, guys. Everything is bullish. Monthly map is good. DD ratio is 0.9. Monthly map is bullish, and we're above MHP on SPY. Oh, baby, gap and go. Let's ride. Come on, hold that open. We've got nowhere to go but upper band. There's really nothing. So let me see if I can't find any higher pivots. Now, again, if the market does sell off and collapse, we've got plenty of bull down in here to fall to catch. So I'm going to bet that we hold, and let's try to find some upper targets. We've got 651. That's far away. Okay. Dude, we got nothing. Nothing, I say nothing. 61.33 was that impact red line way back in the day. Oh gosh, I can't believe we tapped that. That is all the way from the sell-off. Oh, so we're back to undoing the trade war sell-off. Look at that, guys. So 61.33, if you guys double checking this one right here. Very cool. Very cool. That's that impact line that from that big sell-off day. We ran up right up and tapped that. Now, these are usually can be resistance points. So even if we do sell like down to there, I've got some A pluses to grab. So I'm not super sad or, you know, like worried about this. I'm pretty cool about it. I'm just doing it in like half of my accounts now, just like actually a third of my accounts. We should be good. So there are no pivots nearby except for yellow lines way up there. We are literally free riding in a bull market right now, and we're launching high maybe at the start. So let's watch this opening range for the breakout here, and I'm going to just kind of tidy up. I'm waiting just for a long pivot. There is no liquidity map play other than the open setup on BLUs. Open, blue, open. That's it. So here's what I got. Okay. Either if we fail this, it falls, and you have half gap is support as well. And this is support. It's strictly a redistribution play and support. That's it. Your A plus setups are here and here. So if the market decides to fall 80 points today, we might get it. So we'd have to sell off everything to get the A plus. So today is a scalp play off the open, which I love to take. This is the 1A trade on a BLU. Just longing at the open for the break. Just let it ride. Now upper resistance targets, we're going to look for this one. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button, friends. We're not doing a giveaway unless we get 500 likes and 1,000 viewers. And we're not going to do it at 11 anymore. We're going to do it at the start of the stream. So the rules going forward are to be here in the morning and leave the stream on even if you can't watch it. Try to help out. Right now, it looks like we didn't hit 500 likes, so I don't think you guys want to do a giveaway today. But I'm going to sweeten the deal. If we get 1,000 viewers, I'm going to go out there and spend $5,000 for you guys and buy you all an extra Tradeify straight to funded every single day. So that's giving you $5,000 a month just so you can smash a button. Hopefully you guys like that idea. So give us a little smashy smash if you can. All right, MHP, high probability that we close above. The margin buffer limit, strong resistance, we pass through it. DD band, upper, 96% we close below. I'm long into upper DD band as I always like to do. No evidence of market pulling back. Resiliences are nice and tidy. Should be all right. Market's having a hard time picking up some of it. And if we sell, it's just hands off until we fall into those pivots here. So be very nice and clean, easy day because if it falls, I have plenty of room to get out of the way with a small loss and then wait. And I got plenty of pivots down here to play on. Gap and go or fall a lot. All right. Let's hopefully see if we push through and keep riding up. We have any of this movement here. Okay, impact line here. We have one down here as well. Measure that up later. The CV consumer confidence numbers can come out, maybe dip the market, maybe make it move. We'll see. Hang on in there, baby. Ride a DD, let's go. Here to here. It's roughly a 2-to-1 trade. If I take 10 points stop off the open S&P, I'm trading my proxy and Nasdaq just to get a faster move. The S&P moves up to from here to here. It'll be roughly 80 points of move in the Nasdaq, which would be kind of clean. Now remember, 96% of days do close below upper DD band, but we don't try to fade it. We don't try to fade it. You hate free accounts? I know, I hate free accounts too. All right, guys, do me one more favor. We're gonna watch ads. If you guys can smash till 500, I'd like that. Please do me a favor. Everyone click the like button really quick. Smash it, smash it, smash it. I love you guys. I love you guys. We're doing an experiment here. Thank y'all. Hello, hello.
Do you have a blue cup?
I do. Oh, thank you. All right, come on, break out that range. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm not going to answer questions until we get to 500 likes. I'm just going to chill here in silence. Protect my boys. 500 likes. Go, go, go. Y'all gotta help me with my social media experiment here. It's gonna explode because you're not in this. No, don't think like that. Come on. Come on. Come on. You'll be fine. It'll give you opportunities are there. They're always there. They're always gonna be there. Let's rip roar it. Let's keep pushing. There's no probable craziness here. Let's just walk up and tap the DD band. I mean, let's do it. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for 500 likes. The social media experiment. We're gonna see something. Now, in the meantime, okay, check number one. Now, number two is if we get 1,000 viewers here, I'm going to make sure I give you guys extra fun at account. Goodbye. I love y'all. Thank you. You like that too? LOL. I'm taking my paw and going home. That's right. I call it the toddler method. Yeah, I'm taking my paw and going home. Really appreciate you guys. We need some data. We're doing some data grabbing here. I'll do lock for money. Long and at the open. Come on, upper DD band. Let's press. Holding for more. S&P by proxy is about 10 more points, and NASDAQ just is going to go test the highs for the most part. Just waiting for it. False breakout to the upside? Nah, this is real. Nothing selling off of this, man. It could, if it does, then that's great. If it sells, I'm grabbing the dip. I think this is a gap and go, even from this high. Now again, we'll see. Even if we lose, that's absolutely fine. If I hit some A+ setups, I'll pop a 20K day again. If we lose this, there's no support down in here. That's why I think we're not going to lose it. Because the market will have to absolutely crash to find the next bull support. There's nothing. We're so far in bull territory. There literally is nothing to catch price. So if we were to sell, it's hundreds of points today. That's the thought you have to have. So the question is, when we sell? Stocks look fine, so my belief is we're not going to. So that's why I'm just longing at the open. 1A on BLU, which is our favorite setup, right? One of our favorite setups. It's a lot harder to trade because I can't hit it hard because I have to save capital in case we fall to second pivot, which is fine. I'm tapping it with one, but a ride of one all the way up is still going to be about $2,000 per account. So I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. VIX dying. Yeah, absolutely. There's no volatility on this. So at least NASDAQ to test pre-market highs is where I think we're going to go. And look at the short squeeze building. You see how there's a little bit of curvature here? Get ready for some accelerating pops, baby. I like it. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. Let's do it. Come on. That short squeeze coming out. All those people short in the war getting squeezed out. I think there's a big buying spree. Some of the stocks are trying to pull back a little bit, though. So hopefully not too bad. Watching S&P at least trade. Right back to upper band, I think, is what we're going to go tap. Again, we don't have... I don't think there's a lot of undershooting or overshooting possibility because VIX is below triple B as well. So we should be pretty good for a ride from here to there. We should be all right. And if we break, that's a long pivot to go somewhere. We don't have anything else to play with up here. So it's kind of like this no man's land trade where it's just kind of like, oh, how high can it go? This is great. I love days like this because if it were to sell, it has to crash. Our range is here today. We're starting here. We're not selling off, I don't think. So I think we're good. I think we're really good. Do do do. Bam 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 bam. Tap that DD band. I'll take profit. This will be worth about probably 10K. So I'm long in all my accounts for the most part. Well, not all, most of them though. All right, we've got the consumer confidence numbers coming out. In 11 minutes. I could probably just take profit before it, but I think it's going to burp the market higher. I think we're going to come in greater than 100. And we'll see. At least have DDBM before. That'd be nice. This is the final ride. This is about, I would say, 7 more points in the S&P. It's about 30 more points in Nasdaq. It's about the 360 level. It's looking good. I'm going to close out right before the news. Got 10 more minutes on that. Let me close out. Let me take profit just before all the news and everything. Might as well just get out of the way and then let that happen. There's not any good setups here, by the way. This is just trying to long the DD band. And we're getting too close to the news and it's not accelerating as much as I want it to. So I'm going to kind of like chill on this. Dun, dun, dun. We can try doing this again. Same setup. Off the open price again. Resilience is slightly worse as we get close to open, but I don't think that's going to sell us off. I think we get a samesies little run here. All right, it's just probably that. All right, samesies play from there to there. Super, super clean, you guys. Hey, friends, don't forget to smash that like button if you're here. We're going to do our giveaways sooner rather than later. Try to do our giveaway in about 30 minutes or less. All right, let's see what we get. 8 minutes till the news comes out. I should play with a different DOM. I'm gonna do this DOM here. Okay. This is one of the ones that doesn't have a lot of buffer. This is one of the ones I really need to work on today. So I always show you guys the one that's going to get the most activity. So that's the one, the first entry I'm going to make is right here. There are no trades. I repeat, there's no liquidity pockets, no hedge pressures, nothing nearby. The only pivot that we have is the open price and maybe half gap. We got to fall 20 points to hit that half gap. If you hit half gap with resilience greater than 0, then it's support from here as well. But like I said, if we start losing the open here, if we lose this, it's falling hard. Like there's nothing underneath price right now to catch. And that's the one thing we're waiting there. We're kind of like, we move so quickly on the surprise news. It needs to initiate a short squeeze. That's all I think we're going to get. There is nothing, and I repeat, nothing to play with except for the open price, maybe half gap. Maybe if we fill the gap, that's it. But all of your pivots, you got to fall 70 points in S&P just to find a support. That's not going to happen. Not on good news like this. Volatility is not indicating any type of possible selling off. We'd have to have some devastatingly bad news for this to sell off. VIX is trailing to lower lows, even in the overnight. We're down here. We're well below triple B. There's practically in VVIX down below 100. It would have to have, the market would have to absolutely crash today. Crash. I'm talking crash. And volatility is not picking up any potential problems with that. So the conclusion is that we're not going to crash. VIX is in a nice bearish liquidity map as well. The market will have to have somebody wake up right now and say, I'm dumping everything and start pressing the market into a bear market. Right now, everything is lined up for a non-volatile move. Now, the CV numbers coming out in 6 minutes could be the catalyst to move it. But there is no support anywhere close. So we are trapped in no man's land. So we better keep going. Y'all see how we think like this, right? Better keep going. That's all I'm saying. Bum, 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 bum. If it falls hard, and then it just crashes out. So volatility is not picking up hint of a crash. I'm just getting organized here so I can jump at this. There is no dip to buy. There's no pivot to buy. There's nothing nearby. Do y'all understand what I'm saying, right? It either inches forward and keeps going or it crashes hard. There's no in between. There's no small, tiny trading down in here. So by conclusion, I'd like 250 points for a dip too. Oh, you know it. So by conclusion, there's really not much. If we lose this yellow line, it's bye-bye market and it's bad. So keep an eye out on this, you know, don't sleep on it. Obviously, if we crash out, I'm extremely happy. I think with the news at worst, though, again, my belief is at worst, we're holding this and we're going to keep moving. Market's going to try to do this. So we're going to keep moving. We're going to try to do that. We're going to keep moving. We're going to close like that. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Ooh. So hopefully we can let this market ride. Gonna let it ride. I love that song. You can see the morning, but I can see the light. Oh, dude, I can't. My throat is so hurting, I can't even sing anymore. You gotta love that song, though. The song is so good. All right. So guys, don't forget the My Funded Futures buy one get one is still going on. They extended that for a week. If you buy any account with the code Rocket Scooter and you pass it and go funded, they will give you a second eval for free after you pass a backup account. It's a cool little deal. They told us about it on our show at My Funded TV, and we kind of were talking to them about it, and we got them. Works with our code. And, the team kind of like talked them into extending the sale. So if you guys didn't get a chance, because a lot of people didn't know about it. And so now the bosses over there decided to give you guys an extra week for it. So all accounts, if you guys buy one, get one, it's amazing. That makes their expert account right now currently the best account you can buy in the end of the day drawdown in all prop firms. So the fact that you get 2 for the price of 1 for the most part cuts the price in half. Really nice. Their expert accounts are pretty much, you know, best in class. So that deal is around for like another week. So it means if you pass, they give you an extra account, an extra eval. So essentially a backup in case you fail, you're funded. You got a backup sitting there. Kind of neat. So we will see if we get anything. There's nothing to trade off of today. There's no pivots. There's no nothing. So let's take some clues out of like, you know, 2 minutes till CB numbers come out. NVIDIA, nice pop, run out, open and run. Apple smashing through hedge pressure, but okay, we'll see what happens there. Apple's just not been giving us a lot of love lately. Amazon up. Google, meh. Microsoft, meh. Meta, meh. Okay, so right, we've got nothing to play with. Look, QQQ. No pivots nearby. All the pivots are so far down. So one must conclude. You guys understand why I'm saying one must conclude? It's got to rally. Do you understand why I'm saying that? It's because if it doesn't rally, its only bull supports are so far down. Come on in. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you. Look at this. I gotta thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get my funded futures. Hot tea for my throat. Sounds sales pitchy. Which part? You mean the my funded futures sales pitch, the company I work for? It clearly is a sales pitch. Here's that CB number coming out. Let's see what we get. A little volatility there. Hold up. No, that can't be it. That's gotta be a glitch. 5.4? No. The fuck? No, that's not right. That's a typo. No way in hell that's a 5.4. What the freak? No. A 93? Okay, that gotta be a typo somewhere. 93 is still not good though. That's gotta be an error. No way. A 5.4 would be the lowest in history. They'll never go close to that. Look at that. The confidence in the market. LOL. Typo much? Like, wake up. Wake up, CB, you're drunk. What the fuck? That's not even right. That's got to be a typo. No, it can't be right. Because it's impossible. Institutional, that's bots went overdrive. Oh, there we go. 93. All right. Correction. LOL. Okay, yeah. The bots went crazy for a hot minute there. What the hell? Yeah, they fixed it. LOL. That is too funny. somebody had ultra fat fingers today. All right, now let's see if we can get off of this. Be careful because resilience numbers starting to pull back. If resilience numbers do go negative, it is a gap fill today. So just keep your eyes out on this one. So my belief is that the market has to fall really far. So we got to fall 30 points in the S&P to fill the gap. That's it. So there's no gentle selling and then buy the dip. If it falls really hard today. Wait, just trying to put everyone on an amazing deal. Weedy, what are you talking about? BOGO what? Don't use their code, use our code. Our code gives you the same deal with every prop firm. The fact if you got, listen, let me tell you something. You know how I walked up to ETF and got them to change their static? Like Matt Cowart got ETF to change their business. You know how I got funded next to change their business? Because you guys use their code. The leveraging power we have when you guys use our code is fantastic. Don't use their code on the site. Use our code. It's the same deal. Use code BOGO50. I'm gonna punt you out a window. So the fact is, the more we do business with them, the more they listen to us. We get these people to modify and change their stuff for the better. They listen to us. We became somebody they listen to. So I really appreciate you guys using our code. It gets the same deal, in case you didn't know. We've negotiated that with all the partners on the screen. Our code will always get the same deal as their website. And if no deal on their website, we get a better deal than nothing at all times. So all 6 of them, we do get a deal at all times. I know you're kidding, Red Candle. Blue Guardian has BOGO free. Oh, okay. Well, My Finite Futures has the same kind of deal right now. I've never heard of Blue Guardian. There's so many prop firms out there. A lot of them try to mirror what some of the bigs are doing. So let me see if they have a similar. Check out these. Let's see what they're all about. Never looked at them before. What the hell? These guys look like a fucking League of Legends esports team. All right. Are these guys traders or what? Who are these guys? What's going on? They play League? What's up? All right. What do we got? Profit split 80%. Oh, okay. Looks to be similar to instant funded, 1-step, 2-step, 3-step. All right. Yeah. All right. Nothing. So it's the same old. It looks like a very similar. I mean, it looks good. Nothing wrong with it. It's nothing. I don't see anything super unique. They have instant funded. That's kind of cool. Am I reading that right? Instant funded or instant payout? Hold on. Yeah, instant funded. That's cool. Indefinite trading period, maximum loss. That's not a bad instant funded model. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah, my only requirement is, has anybody used them and actually gotten paid? That's everybody's question, right? There's a million prop firms, and now that they found out that, Tradeify is a successful straight to funded model, and everyone has a straight to, an end of the day drawdown. My Finite Futures has that model. Everyone's starting to copy the popular models because they're proven to work. So you're not going to see a lot of prop firms really doing something extraordinarily like outside the box thinking anymore. You're not going to see much of that. It's Birmingham City FC. Oh, is it a soccer team? I was like, that doesn't look like literally looks like some kind of, those look like soccer jerseys, but esports teams also wear soccer jerseys too. Man, I wish we have a soccer team in Houston. It's actually really good. And I do love soccer. It's like one of my favorite sports, but I never get a chance to stop by and catch games live. Soccer's fun because it's exciting. Although, like being a Texan, I grew up, football was my jam. Could I take one more open trade long? Nasdaq open. Same setup as earlier. Maybe if I get one more, like, fuck you, red candle, maybe take a long. You know what I should do? I should do some micros here. I know, I gotta play rematch, I know. Except for Apex, they don't like change. Yeah, Apex is the one firm that I don't really talk to be honest. Of the 6 up there, all of them I actually have a good audience with often. I talk to them on a regular basis. I talk with the owners, I talk with the tech team. Even the futures desk have been having cool conversations about this. Now, futures desk, let me tell you guys something. Futures desk has a CQG connection. It is rumored that if you use futures desk, that I haven't tested it. Anybody that's using them, try connecting to your CQG account here and let me know if it pops up. I had a talk with their tech team. They do have a CQG API, which leads me to believe that since they're not using the old legacy API, that is basically, you know, the old Trade of 8 legacy CQG. They're using the current CQG API. It should be compatible with Rocket Scooter. So I don't need to trade, so why trade? Mostly just to do cartwheels for views, you know? Be a little dancing monkey here. There we go. There's a little dip to support 5 micros. That's good. You've tried CQG so many times it won't work. I don't understand what you mean by that, Clint. Tried CQG. I don't understand. CQG is just an API that you log into your broker through. Your broker gives you CQG credentials, and it should work on any platform they can log in with. If it's not, yeah, I called that big red FU candle. Yeah, I did. I put some fucking micros on it. If it didn't work, you got to call your broker, and your broker will be able to straighten you out. Then make sure your broker just has you in their CQG CAS system, which means they give you active credentials. You try to add data, you do not have a broker. Well, that's not how you get data with us. So we send out an email when you sign up. There's a video on how to do it as well. How you get our data is through a broker. Like when you sign up for Rocket Scooter, there's a welcome email that gives you the instructions. What you do is you contact a broker and you open a brokerage account or use your brokerage account. As long as it's compatible with CQG, your broker gives you CQG credentials and you log in. You have to buy your data from a broker. It's the only way to do it. We could go buy a data redistribution license and be able to like sell you guys data, redistribute futures data, but then it'll cost you $75 per exchange as opposed to $4. So we go the CQG route so that you can get cheap data. You know, my funded futures and Elite Trader Funding live accounts cost me $150 a month in data because they're considered professional accounts. So I have professional data feed subscriber. Non-pro, you'll come in at $75 a month. You go through your broker, that life hack gives you data for $4 a month. Am I bullish? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I bought this dip. Yeah, just contact your broker, man. Clint, that's all you got to do. I got you, bro. Yeah, anytime, dude. Yeah, the email sometimes goes into spam, and it kind of sucks. So we're having this kind of thing that we're doing right now for the back end of the website to kind of walk people through a tour of how to get things set up with a little bit extra info, like how to connect your data. So one of our design teams is working on updating the backend customer experience after login. We just put in an automated email system, which does send that automated email. That's the first step. And the next thing is have the website do like a guided tour whenever you log in. Bum, 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 bum. Can we get that rally? I wanted. Did I nail it with that giant red FU candle? I know that I did. There is nothing to play with except for the opening overnight range here at all. Liquidity maps have nothing below except for bull zone, which is 200 points low around NASDAQ. S&P has nothing but maybe half gap. Everything else, all your A pluses down here, we're so baked up into bull territory. The market's clean. So my thought is, at least at minimum, hopefully we test upper DD band and then we sell off. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. We did tap it twice today, But I don't think we sell off. I think that the market likely stays put here and we stay stuck at highs. I think we're pretty good on this. The stocks aren't really selling off. Resiliences are pretty solid. This would be a nice gimme trade from open to here. This is about a 2-to-1 setup in case we support on this. Again, there are no bull bear zones, hedge pressures, nothing. We moved so far overnight, we're out of bounds. So the question is, do we sell off or do we not? I think we hold. I think we're all right. So I grabbed some micros. From here, 2-to-1 trade roughly is going to be about 80 points, and Nasdaq that's like $400 with 5 micros. Just playing with pennies today. You guys want to do a Tradeify giveaway? We're getting close to 1,000 viewers as time goes by. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We're definitely getting bigger. Not going to do it now, but we're going to do it in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Come on, micros. Give us some love. Market's not picking up a lot of momentum from here. I think people are still kind of in that selling mode for the Iran stuff. But hopefully we're all right. Stocks picking up a second wave here. That's good. So hopefully we survive this and we tap up our DD band, at least tap up, finish up the day today. Half gap support, res is greater than 0. That's good. Nothing down here. A little red line action there. We do have impact red line as well from last night. I guess there is possible retracement pivot, which would be like 60, 90, but still it's like 20 points lower. And yeah. Let me just measure the halfway point from here to here. So now we've already spanned a quarter of the distance between here and the red line. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, guys, I'll make 10K today if it just goes up one more wave. Let's do it. I'm almost at 10K. Almost there. Bum, 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 bum. You hope you can win the account. Wait, you almost got stopped on that. Oh, I thought you said you almost blew up on that dip. You almost got stopped out. Okay. They said blew up. I was gonna say no. Nobody should blow up on a 10-point move. That's just too big of a bet. Hang in there. Hang in there, NASDAQ. DD band is always good support. We're supporting yellow line 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Hopefully the market stays glued in this area. Like I said, if we lose with velocity, we've got, essentially nothing but trading all the way down into there. Where's my little drawing tool? Oh, you're over here. Okay. Hang in there. Gotta get some 10Ks in chat, guys. Root me on for another 10K day. Give us some love here. Cheer that market on. Because I'll play the song. I'll play the song. $10K, 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 $10K.
just a click. Set the pace. Grace to build new path. To soar and fly. Financial dreams now reaching for the sky. Using liquidity map just while speed hearts in sync. On the edge with what we need. Minds in link.
Platform is gonna fix the dancing. We couldn't patch that in. We couldn't fix that bug. The dancing's still here, no matter what we do. You know, I really play guitar, by the way. I should bring... Next time, I'm going to bring my real guitar in here when I rock out. By the way, dude, this My Fun and Futures Yeti cup they sent me, this thing is dope. I've been wanting something like this for a while to, like, eat soup in and shit. Like, when I get sick, I love having, like, an insulated soup mug. But I docked maybe some lemon honey tea for my boys. I feel like what the hell does like Mariah Carey and Celine Dion, all these people do to keep their voice good all these years? Talking for 8 hours a day. That hurts. How many guitars do I have? I have 2 now. There was a point in my life where I had like 9 guitars. I've since like consolidated and sold most of them. Just to free up room because I don't play as much. But I used to be in a metal band. I used to sing. I used to play guitar. I had a piano as well, and the piano's broken, so we actually got rid of that too. But I have an acoustic and electric. Now I narrowed it down to one of each. What if I do my glass on the outside of the headband? Does it look cooler? That's interesting. Am I up at 10? Up 1K across 10 counts. Since this is an A+, I didn't touch it in my MyFunded Futures, so I didn't do that. And I didn't, and I tapped it only in 2 of my 4 Fun and X accounts. Just because 2 of them are 50K, 2 of them are 100K. The 50Ks didn't have enough possible drawdown, so so basically the 250Ks and the My Fun and Futures account, I only do like A+ setups with those. So I only traded on 7 of the accounts today. I don't take these like B setups with the accounts that don't have a lot of room to move. So of the 7 accounts I'm trading, here they are. So I didn't touch it with my funded. I didn't touch it with my 250K, so funded X, whatever this is. 27, 51, 64, 78, 8896. $11,600. Long at the open. Resilience positive. Oh, I miss my singing voice. Yes. Through the haze, countless days. Go on, just tap DD Bandit, man. We'd be done for the day if that happens. My 5 micros doing the Lord's work over here. All right, guys. All right, let's see what we got to give away for now. You guys excited? Oh man, we've got, the month is almost over. All right, you guys. Well, we didn't hit the threshold for Tradeify. I'm gonna do something even better. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? Did we get 900? We're close. We're at 840. Okay. Here's what I'll do for you guys. Remember, the more viewers, the more times you come, the more giveaways we're gonna do. I've got, let's see, 4 funded next accounts. I've got maybe 7 or 8 take profit accounts I can do. And at the end of the month, we always do giveaway Bonanza, where we give away dozens of accounts in a single stream. So don't not be here on the last day of the month. 11K day, guys. Good deal. Let's just put this on here. My important accounts, I don't tap unless they're like A+ setups. You know, I'm not risking. The drawdown's too small on those. So my 5 Tradeifys and then 2 of my funded nexts, and then that's it. Didn't touch my funded. It's still at 0. Yeah, don't need to risk that. I'm doing super well on that account. All right. I love it. Okay, one more song to give us some juice. The okay, you guys ready for giveaway? Okay, what we're gonna do. To celebrate, let's see, with my funded futures, let's see. Nah, let's see. All right, you guys ready? I got an idea. We love take profit here. Let's do take profit trader, but I'm gonna sweeten the deal. Do you guys like TPT? You know how much I love you guys? Dude, I need like more music just like this. We should do another, you guys want to do another music writing contest next month? That was an epic contest, by the way. Now you guys know what kind of music works for the stream. We should do it and give away a huge prize like we did last time. As a matter of fact, what I need to give away is my old computer parts are now sitting in a box. Everybody type TPT starting now. Gotcha. I have like 2 3080 Ti's, tons of RAM. I've got like, I don't know, 15 kits of RAM just sitting there. I've got so much computer stuff. Yeah, I should give away like high-end computing gear. These micros aren't picking up much steam here. Still looking all right. No, my 5 micros are losing. Oh no! All right, I'll give you guys, normally I do 50Ks with these guys, but to inspire you to keep coming, I'm gonna do 150K. I'm gonna go out there and get you guys bigger accounts. Maybe you guys will come back tomorrow and we'll have 1,000 viewers. So I'm gonna up the ante and we're gonna do 150K accounts. How's that sound? That's 3 times better than 50. I kind of like, you guys like that idea? All right, let's do that. Also, let me just play random songs from the song submission. I missed when we did this. Let's have another music writing contest. Let me just go back to the top because you guys wrote some banging tunes, by the way. Let me go to the top. And there was you guys putting together some like really sweet AI album art. Look at this rocket scooter right here. We had hundreds of submissions. A rocket scooter right there. Let me show you guys some of y'all submission art and stuff. This music writing contest. This is, you guys all submitted songs and we had this huge contest for a lifetime. Hold on. You had lyrics. Y'all posted all. It was so much fun. And we'll do it again. And we'll do like a lot more prizes though when we do it. Look at this. DD Bands. I love it. Look at this rocket on that scooter. That's dope. You guys got pretty clever with this. Rocket on scooter. Rocket on scooter. Let me find Geo stuff. Look, there's the monkey with the dart. The blind monkey. And there's the the blind monkey with the Mr. T chains. Love it. There's the blind monkey with a pimp cane, with somehow like also with a posse of bodyguards behind him on mopeds. So you know this is kind of like, this got pretty cool. This is one that's flying in outer space, just flying. All right, let's play one of the random songs at the top. God, it's been a while since I've seen where we are. All right, let me just pick something. No, there were some cool ones. What's this? Oh, that is this one. Okay, never mind.
Rocket scooter veins pumping, grooving to market beat.
I don't remember this song. It's like AI Lady Gaga, right? That's certainly like. All right, spinning number 1. I just picked one at random from the submissions. It's pretty good, right? It sounds like Lady Gaga. Notice how we start pumping when we play the music. That's it. The music makes the music is known to make the market go up. Their music has magic powers. All right, Lingo 4X. Yes, type something in chat. Nice, 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 nice. Alex Wren, congrats. You are now a winner, number 2. And don't forget, at 11:30, we're giving away probably 20 or 30 My Funded Futures accounts like we do every single day. Y'all stick around for information how to do that. Type something in chat, Alex. Congrats. Okay. Give me a second, guys.
Market magic binding, strategies in sync. Rocket scooters finding gold within.
Congrats, guys. All right, winners, what you got to do? Go to your So you guys, technically speaking, of all streamers, I have the most giveaways of all streamers, more than any 3 streamers put together. When you include my stream and my segment on My Funded Futures, we give away roughly between 20 and 50 accounts a day. Isn't that crazy? A day. It gets crazy. On my stream and their stream, we give away so much. Thank you guys. The more you guys use our code, the more we get out there and get these accounts to give you guys. We've grown so quickly. There was a time we only gave away like 15 accounts.
The charts were looking fine, then a whale came in with a massive sell sign.
I remember this song.
And Matt pulled up his screen saying time to fight. Rational, irrational, red light stop. Markets out of whack, better let.
I don't even remember this song. Congrats, guys.
Yellow light, wait, volatility spiking, so I'll trade it late. It's the ultimate trade down the market volatility.
I don't even remember this song.
Charts are going crazy, but Matt sees it easily. Volume
Pivot signal green. It's time to make a play. Lights flashing, sitting out today. They wrote the lyrics here. I've never even heard this song. I'm just singing along with it. Good job, guys. Giveaway's over. That's it. All right, we're only doing 2 today. But in My Funded Futures, we'll give it away, usually 10, 20, 50 sometimes on the stream in about 2 hours. So stick around. Congrats, guys.
The market opens up, the charts were looking fine, then a whale came in with a massive sell sign.
A whale came out. A whale came in with a what?
And Matt pulled up his screen saying time to fight. Rational, irrational.
With a massive sell sign. Oh, that's hilarious. What a I don't even remember that song. It's another kind of like metal song. All right, giveaway's over, you guys. I don't know why you're still typing. So we give away on my stream here. I give away 2 to 5 accounts a day, depending on how many people we have here. We get 1,000 people. I'll be giving closer to like the 5 range. 800 people. I usually give away 2. And then when I go on My Funded TV, which is my segment at lunch, we usually spin the wheel and give away anywhere between 10 and 50 accounts. So on average, 20 to 30 per stream. 2 winners. You need to do 2 things for me. The 2 of you that won. Go to your YouTube, open up, take a screenshot of your YouTube ID from your perspective from inside your account so we know it's you. Go to my Discord, message our admin Slacks or message inside of our Discord. There's a contest channel. If you can't get a hold of him, just message there. You win the contest, he'll contact you. You have an hour to do this or you forfeit your prize. He'll give you instructions on how to claim with TPT. You must already have an account with them. So make sure you make an account with Take Property. You can't claim the prize. It'll give you instructions on how to do it. Send him your email address to go with it. It should be good. CQG data. So it's not CQG data. CQG is just an API. It's broker data. You buy it from your broker, Eli. And your broker will give you a CQG connection. That's the only thing CQG is just a connection. So normally you get a real futures broker and you buy your data from them. Most people here use AMP and they'll put like a couple $100 in it just to pay for the data. And then they just charge you for the data once a month in that account. That's an interesting song. My 5 markers are still pushing, still pushing. You know what's awesome about the 100 people that just left? I'm gonna do another giveaway for people to just show up for the giveaway. I'm gonna do another one. Same thing, TPT. Type it in. Fuck those idiots. Fucking losers. I'm gonna do stuff like this every day. I'm trying to trick people. One more, 150K. One more. Oh, I forgot to reset this. All right, if the first person here, let's go micros. Micros now up $300. All right, let's make sure I'm watching this really quick. We have DD Bands S&P. Resilience is the best indicator. I love it. Shifty. If Shifty isn't here, it means that... Oh, there you go. Here he is. All right, cool. You know the drill, Shifty. You know the rules, right? Congrats, man. And I'll make a deal with you guys. If we get to the 1,000 viewers here, I'm also going to press my funded futures to do bigger giveaways. They always ask me, they're like, how much you want to do a giveaway today? I'm always like, let's do 10, let's do 20 or whatever. If we can take a lot of people to that show, like I said, the bigger it is, the more they do. So if you guys keep supporting the stream, we're going to keep doing more to give you guys stuff. My 5 micros doing the Lord's work right now. Let's go. Tapping the pre-market high. I can get another 8 points on this. If I do want to hold all the way up to DD band, could be something to go off of. Yes.
What is all this money on the floor? What'd you guys do?
Oh God, look at this, guys. She brings me a ninja's breakfast here. Look. Monies.
Very nice. Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't trade.
Why did you point at the theater?
Oh, sorry. I didn't trade on one of the accounts because it was an A+ setup.
Oh, gotcha. Hey guys.
Look, We have avocado toast with dude, it's like hummus, avocado, tomato, cheese, egg, balsamic,
Tell them about the toast.
homemade rosemary bread toast thing.
Hi, Beeston. People from my community are in there.
Here, can you stream for me real quick while I pick up the money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go pick up the money. Hey, guys. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Roll call. Who's there? Beeston, Simon, Michael, Neil, Sean, T6 Trader. Good morning. Flavia, Leaf, Beeston. Already said that. Being curious. Minu will get their real tips. What are we doing, guys, today? Go up or go down? What are you guys doing? I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but I want to know what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about the market, guys? Pick up the money, bitch! Pick up the money! Matt looking weirdly feminine today. Well, thank you. Thank you.
That's just got his nails done. Show me your nails.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh, but I couldn't. I was going to grab that bottle, but I can't on YouTube.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, YouTube. So whoever is from iDoc community, because I'm actually live streaming right now. They're in here.
Show me, see if they can guess.
So you know YouTube bans you if you have alcohol on here. So we can't do that, guys. But iDoc and Rocket Scooter community, you're all in here. But yeah, look at my nails. What do you guys think this looks like? Wait, hold on.
Look on the right, see if you can make it zoom in.
Oh,
Oh yeah, you can see it.
yeah.
All right, what does that look like? Can
What
you guys
does that
guess?
look like?
Can you guess what it looks like?
Go full port? What is full port?
Tequila. Wait, let's see which tequila
Which
is
tequila?
it? Which tequila is it?
A sun? Show us your feet. Matt,
Okay.
show us your feet. No, you can't do that. Why are you breaking all your rules?
Okay.
Casa Azul. Ding, 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 ding.
Clase Azul. Yeah, show them again really quick. She made her nails Clase Azul. Bottle.
Just in time for our party compound in July 4th. Did you guys know? We're gonna have a rockin' moment. Anyways, time for the giveaway, guys. What are we giving away? Free feet. What?
Oh. No give. There's no,
Free feet?
giveaways are done.
That's going on my OnlyFans page, Matt. Matt is losing me.
All right. Click that button right there.
Now?
Yeah.
No,
Just
okay.
click it. Yeah. And drop.
Did I trade?
Yeah, you exited our chat.
Yeah, you guys see that? That's why you follow me, Matt, at Rocket Scooter.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know the script, man,
You're
but
such a good trader.
DD Vans! DD.
All right, you're fired.
You gotta take it off of me.
All right, ready?
The thing, yeah.
Oh, what?
No, take
Take what off you?
take this off of me.
Take what off
You're
you?
live, babe. Stop. Okay. Did you show them the green juice already?
Y'all heard it, right? I heard it too. Oh, thank you so much for the juice. Oh yeah, we make juice every day. This is for my health because otherwise I'm dying of death. You know
What did you say this morning? I wanted to kill you.
what? What did
Remember what you said this morning and I jumped into stream? I'm like, what? The chips?
What did I say about the chips?
You were like, I don't care if I die of high blood pressure and cholesterol. I love these chips. I'm like, well then screw you. I'm not gonna make you any juice anymore.
Well, no, you're supposed to make me juice because it undoes the bad from the chips. I don't think this is
I don't
real
think it works
science.
this
I don't
way.
think that's real science. No.
Yeah. Do you
Right.
have real water?
I do. Thank you so much. I have some left over from yesterday.
Okay.
This is really helping. Like it does not as it feels a little less hoarse today.
Oh, that's good. Take it easy. Okay. Bye, guys.
All right.
Going back to my community.
Better. Oh god. No, I put my hand up for a high five to avoid this. Oh my god. Just like, what was that you were wiping off my face?
Nothing?
Yeah. Thanks for breakfast, man. That's really, really cool. All right, guys. I always flash the 10K posted, but it's 11K today. That's good. It looks like I let her close out the trade. Just testing highs. I can squeeze a little bit more for the 8 points, but I think I'm all right with this. Great day today. Yeah, she got Clase Azul Reposado nails. I can't show the picture. YouTube is really finicky about showing alcohol on your stream, but if you go search this, you guys have probably seen the bottle before, but that's what the That's what she decided to make her fingernails for 4th of July. So 4th of July, let me see if I can't. Let me show you guys what we're doing for 4th of July. I'm gonna show you guys something. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, let me find it. Hold up. Let me show you what I'm throwing a massive, I'm talking massive party for 4th of July. Let me show you guys. Hold up. Let me show you what we're doing. All right, hold on. All right, hang in there. All right, so I'm done with my I'm done with my trade. I closed out basically just retesting the early morning highs. Just feed right back up to that, close out. We may have a little bit inch up a little higher in DD band, but I really don't have much desire to keep going. I'm up 11K today. Just longing inside of here should be good. I might play this range a couple more times. There's really no evidence the market really goes anywhere today. We kind of might just stay stuck in the high. So even if I miss out on big ups, I am kind of limited on all these accounts I can trade. And I don't want to put B setups onto my more important accounts. So in the meantime, show me your feet. That was funny. All right, so let me show you guys what I'm doing for 4th of July. Number one is we rent this big old boat. We're all going to be out there on a boat partying, but also I got this like compound of 4 giant houses. So let me see if I can show you the picture. There's 4. I rented 4 houses. That's how big my party's gonna be. 4. So I rented 4 houses. They're all like this. It's like this compound of houses. We're all gonna go to Austin. We're going to Lake Austin, Lake Travis, and have a boat. Maybe I could show all of it. There's like 40 something people going to be there. Yeah. So let me see if I can get like the top down of this. Oh, here it is. So I basically rented 4 houses. This is the kind of parties I throw. And it was a pool. There's a hot tub. There's hammocks. There's barbecue pit. There's like 4 giant houses, pool table, everything. It's got a beautiful view of the city. We're going to be like watching fireworks and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be dope. And then we got a huge boat. We're going to take everybody out on the boat. Hot tub. Mountains of liquor. You guys know how we roll up in here. Looks like I had a phone call. Hello. No. All right. It's pretty dope, right? The houses look cool. Scenery looks cool. And we're just going to Austin because everybody's in. You live right by there? Bro, we're going to have like a mini meetup in Austin. So if you guys are in the Austin area, one of these nights, we're going to head out and probably go out to a bar and just like drink and stuff and hang out. But if I throw like a big pool party and we meet up beforehand and I realize you're not like a creepo freako, I'll let you guys come out and party with us one of these days. The boat is all filled up though. There's no room on the boat. But these houses are dope. Yeah, we got pool table, bar, putting greens. That'll be fun. Will I have spiced meats? I mean, obviously. We might be catering most of the days because I've been wanting to barbecue, but there's just too many people there. My Memorial Day party had like 50 plus people, and it was crazy to just cook for everyone. So I don't know if I'm going to cook this time. Watch out for heavy metals in the green juice. Oh, okay. Good call. Classy Azul is good with the bell on the top. Yeah, the one with the bell on the top. Yeah, it's hand-painted bottle. You know the owners of Classy Azul, Christoph? Oh, nice. Hire Katy Perry to sing Firework. That'd be great, right? So those of you that live in Austin, just hit me up in Discord. Let me know. I'll make like a little meetup because every time I head out to like Austin or Dallas or something, we always have a little meetup. Yeah, I'm down in Austin right now. You need a DJ? Bro, that'd be fun. You want to come spin at the party? That'd be dope. Yeah, come hang out. There's no room to stay anymore. The house is fully packed. But dude, if you want to come spin, that'd be fun. Let me know your rates. I'll I'll bring you out. We need a bigger boat. We kind of need a bigger boat. Excuse me. It'd be fun. Did I trade this? Yeah, I made 11K. I just we're out the door. I took the open. I closed before the news. Market dipped. I took the trade a second time. You live in Austin? Cool. All right, all you guys that live in Austin, there's like a little group, I think in the fun stuff area that says social meetups. Excuse me. Here. Do the MyFunded Futures reset codes work on sim-funded resets? I believe so. Am I gonna have the gabagool? Oh, guys, like one of my favorite Office episodes where Michael was like, "I'll have the gabagool." The insurance guy. Arby's catering all out. Salt Lick is good. Yeah, barbecues. Salt Lick is really good. There's no need to be overly dramatic about shift out of the dollar. Anyone else see this comment? I didn't see a comment about the dollar. What about it? Can come by and raw dog 10 hot dogs. I don't know what we're catering, but you guys, we'll do like a meetup somewhere. How big's the boat? That I don't know. I wasn't in charge of the boat. Someone else did that. It's big though. Let me see. We were like, the party started off with like 5 or 10 of us, and then it quickly exploded to like 40. As more and more people and friends of ours were just like, hey, we're not going anywhere. We want to come. And then it was pretty cheap. I think I paid 14K or something for the whole weekend, and everybody's pitching in for it. It ends up being close to like 300 or 400 a night per person, which is hotel price, so not bad when you split it up. But bro, if you want to come DJ, let me know, man. I'll hire you. Come spin, come chill, come drink. Bring your stuff out. These people that these people that I'm hanging out with, these are like my responsible friends. They're not like crazy DJ that'll like fuck your shit up. These are all like responsible adults. So it's not going to be like a Wall Street party with Wolf of Wall Street level. Why am I P&L not moving? I'm not in a trade. I'm flat right now, Kunal. I'm exiting my trade. Any groups in Houston? Rich, I live in Houston, by the way. So anybody that lives in Houston, you guys, we kind of meet up every once in a while too. What am I trying to do real quick? Oh, I'm trying to see if I can find a picture of the info about the boat. I don't know. Other people did the boat stuff. I think it's 25 people, if I were to guess. For party boat. Let's see. So since it's Lake Travis, we didn't go like, you know, full on Miami yacht or anything. We just got like a giant party boat to party on. So I think it's maybe 20, 25 people could fit on it. It's big. It's really big, but Usually I go to Miami. There's this one company I go through and I always rent like a decent sized yacht to go, but this is going to be more like party boat with jet skis and swimming stuff and shit that throw in the water and, you know, like all the goofy fun stuff. Instead of bougie boat, it's like party boat. So it'll be fun. You're here. What's up, Denny? How are things going out with your connections in Qatar? Are things all right out there, Denny? Looks like we have a little bit of redness. I wonder what's going on. Let me read the news here. Oh, Pal's talking right now. Okay. When the time is right, expect rate cuts to continue. Yeah, like there's no... Fed's already made their announcement that rate cuts are less likely this year. The dot plot signified that, so Pal must be talking about rate cuts right now. You're moving to the Woodlands in July? Oh, nice, man. It's not far. It's like 25 minutes from where we are. When I come to Miami for beach meetup, I have been scheduling or trying to schedule a trip to Florida. We're going to Orlando, I think, in October. But also sometime this summer, I need to go to Florida in general at some point. Go make my appearance on BDH or something, and then come out and hang in Miami for a couple days. You don't see the MFF promo for the free eval if you pass? Let me give you the info. Code Rocket Scooter should work for that. It's in their Discord. In the email. Promo extended for one more week. You spoke and we listened. So for one more week, we're extending our most popular offers to date. Use code Rocket Scooter at checkout for Starter Plus or Expert accounts. Claim your free second eval when you pass your first. So even if you took advantage of the offer last week, they're still honoring it going forward this week. So you should be good. You meet ups in Tehran. Too soon, man. Too soon. Pretty sure they do a massive water balloon fight between boats. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, the girls are playing the boats, so I hope they got all the activities planned out. It'd be fun. I'm just gonna show up. What are the dates? I think we're going like Thursday to Sunday. Next Thursday. So I'll be streaming Friday from that house on my laptop. So I think Thursday night we'll be doing like a meetup. When you do that, do you have to hire a driver, pilot? Yeah, so basically like when you hire a boat crew, like I don't know what this boat is like, but whenever I throw parties in Miami, right, I'll get a yacht like that has not only a captain, but a full service staff. So usually like an entertainment director and then like a couple of servers, and they just walk around serving food and serving drinks and prepping everything for you. It's like a crew of people, yeah. Surprisingly affordable. Like if you ever go out and try to rent a boat like that for like I'm gonna run you a couple $1,000 for a day to have the full luxury experience and a big ass yacht. Not too bad. So you think things like this, you just like get your friends together and split it. How much have I made off of Funded Next? About $10,000. A payouts. I've only been with them for like 3 weeks, so maybe close to a month actually now. Do I like fishing? I do like fishing. I grew up fishing. All right, looks like we're getting that press to DD band. I closed out my micros earlier, so I basically am done. This is my P&L. It's frozen because I just took a screenshot of it. I have no active trades. It's still the same. So the only trade was for long to ban him, close out. So that was it. Did I buy the dip? Yeah, I did. Well, no, not this dip. No, I'm done. I've already maxed out on the accounts. Remember, these accounts can't make more than $2,000. My target for these is about 1,000, 1,500 is my comfortable low. I don't want to add too much to the balance. That's where I'm going for. Because in the Tradeifys, this is a $4,500 profit target at 25% consistency. So 900 is like my optimal. So I'm not really going to go too far into this one. This one, again, is one that has busted consistency. So this one I can trade a little bit harder. These are my funded next 100K. This is right on par with what I need to, less than 2K. So it should be good on that. So right now I can't really trade anymore unless I want to risk my funded futures or the 50Ks. And I don't trade the 50Ks unless it's A+ setup, because the drawdown, I don't want to take too much drawdown on that. The drawdown can be pretty crazy, and I don't want to bust those accounts. I've been babysitting those since the sale. Do I like hunting? I don't like hunting. I've never done it. Not that I don't like it. I just don't. It's not something I would probably get into. I think I have too much like compassion to be the one to kill the living things that I eat. I feel like I have this like weak stomach for stuff like that. But fish though, fuck those fish. I'll catch a fish all day long and cut it up on the boat. But I feel like I would never be one to feel comfortable staring at the thing that I'm about to eat unless it's a fish and shooting it down. And I'm a big wuss about it, but I would love to, like, you know, I'm sure as a sport in a different universe, I probably would love it. My brother hunts all the time, and we're Texans. But I would fishing all the time. Growing up, I did. I haven't been in a little bit since I started rocket scooter. My like outdoors activity has been a little limited, but fuck those fish. Denny says everything is good now. No more missiles fired. No one's hurt. They're honoring the ceasefire, which is good. Good to hear it. AI, do I think day traders will still have a future? Yeah, AI is never going to be able to figure out the stock market. The stock market has no pattern. AI will absolutely fail as a trader, just like humans will fail as a trader. If people to this day have not been able to write a successful day trading program that just milks all the money from the stock, if there was a successful winning algorithm, it would be able to utilize that winningness and essentially take all the money and siphon it from the stock market. The highest performing trading algorithm should be winning from the stock market. All the money. Now, there are successful algorithms out there, but they aren't there in foolproof, right? So there's always going to be a space race in AI as to, so think about it right now. Let's talk about now. There are a bunch of winning algorithms that do well, but somehow there's still enough money for all of us to be able to trade. So therefore, there's not one single algorithm that surpasses all of them, right? Does that make sense? If there was one algo that could predict the stock market, it would take all the money. So let's start with that premise. The fact that that doesn't happen, because we can still trade and make money, there's still money to be made, it means that the algorithms haven't figured out the stock market yet. They're mostly just competing with each other, and that's all that really matters. So it doesn't matter how sophisticated the algorithms get, they're just competing with each other. So even though if the current knowledge base of trading algorithm got infinitely better, it still doesn't matter. It's still competing in that zero-sum game against other algorithms equally as powerful. So because of that, there's still going to be the same amount of money in circulation for people like you and me to trade. The small differences between them, although they'll be a million times maybe more powerful than today, they're still competing with each other. And if one of them one-ups the other, convergent evolution will allow the algorithms to learn from the winner and therefore copy its behavior and therefore nullify its advantage. The smarter AI gets, the less advantage it will have. Does this make sense to you guys? Right? Because the other algorithms will learn from it and reduce its ability to profit from exploits. So that's my thought. The more efficient the market gets, the less of an edge any individual participant will have. And this is a common theme in most conversations with AI, is that will it take the job of a trader? Well, the idea is we have to program it how to figure out the stock market. And there is no, this is the major algo of the stock market that one AI bot's going to like essentially take all the money and funnel it up. They will be just as inefficient at predicting the human stock market than we are. Because the behaviors in the stock market are fueled by irrational human activity and choice making. And there's no algorithm that can predict that. Pal's just talking. That's what this candle is. Pal's testifying right now. So he's throwing some He says, I'm perfectly open to the idea that tariff inflation pass-through will be less than we think. So essentially what he means is tariff-related inflation pass-through is less than he thinks. He's basically saying that the companies are going to absorb the tariffs rather than pass through to the customer, which is he's basically saying inflation is going to be lower than they expect, which is good. Yeah. The algos will just fight with each other. The algos aren't going to beat us. They're going to be fighting with each other, and they're going to have the same spread of efficiency that we have now, is that some of them might slightly outperform others. Will algorithm be better than you at trading? Probably slightly better. It'll have, no emotions to deal with. It won't have the human things you do. And everybody kind of already trades with algorithms right now at the hedge fund level. There's no one hedge fund that has beat all of them consistently. So therefore, it's hard to believe there's an AI that's going to beat all of them consistently. Because if it does, another AI will just learn to beat it, another one will learn to beat it, another one will learn to beat it, and it'll still have the same push and pull in the stock market. The ultimate goal or result of AI is that it'll become so efficient that crashes will just be more short-lived. Bear markets will be shorter because algorithms will be smarter and able to assume risk much faster because of there's no emotions. So the future of AI, what I think is going to create is this kind of world where instead of we have market build up and blow up a bubble and blow up a bubble and blow up a bubble and then crash like in 2008 and then do this. And then in 2010, we're finally rallying. 100 years from now with AI, you're going to see the market become less of a bubble and more of a blip on the crash because the efficiency will be so much better. The market will have less human enthusiasm crashing it and bubbling it. Does that make sense? That's my belief. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So the market will just become a lot quicker at pricing itself in and pricing in information, meaning that you can have less irrational human euphoria and less irrational human panic. And the market will likely have shorter, crash cycles, more frequent but smaller crash cycles, more efficient movement, and therefore smaller, likely shorter recessions, right? Stock markets will recover faster. This is what I think is going to happen. When the market dips and humans are still scared, algorithms might be able to see through all that emotion and clearly make a wiser decision about the odds of buying the dip, and they might buy the dip sooner. Money will move in the system much more efficiently. And I think that's the ultimate outcome. As long as there's retail traders like us out there, like emotionally being stupid, there's going to be money to be made by traders. So I don't think a trading robot's going to render day trading obsolete at all. It still will not be able to predict the stock market, which is driven by human choice making and emotions. There is no predictability to what we do. It also can't pierce the veil of human needs. Like, it's not going to know why somebody's selling. There's a million reasons something can sell. Like people can sell because they don't want the asset anymore. People can sell because they want to buy something else that's better. People could sell if they want to, spend 20 grand on a party on Austin. They just sell to make some money. An algorithm will try to be like, I wonder why this person's selling, and try to piece together some kind of reason, but it can't pierce the veil of why that person's selling to begin with. Why is this hedge fund dumping? The algorithm can say, well, probably an 80% probability they're over leveraged, 70% probability of this, 60% probability of this, but the guy can say, no, my fucking daughter is going to the college and I just need to pay her tuition. The algorithm cannot decipher that from behavioral patterns of price actions. So the motivations will never be able to be solved by an algorithm, or an AI bot can never understand why people are selling. Why is this hedge fund dumping? We've identified there's selling probably coming from one direction. Well, why? Well, it's rumored that they're this, and it's rumored that they're this, and it's rumored they're over leveraged, and it's rumored that this deal is falling apart. Then the owner can just say, I'm no longer an Apple guy. I'm now a Google guy. I went and had lunch with the Google guys and I like them, so I'm going to buy them instead. They're better at golf. Like, this is the shit an AI bot can't ever figure out, why we do stuff. So because of that, it'll never gain superiority over predicting the stock market, because it can't predict why the stock market moves to begin with. Neither can we. And so that's what I feel like. Are retail traders able to move the market? Yeah, they are. I mean, GameStop is proof of that. It takes a lot of retail power to line up at the same time for the same reason to move the market. But retail does have an effect. Sometimes significant, yeah. Isn't the micro choppiness a fluctuation in the Globex? Usually. I mean, the futures are always trying to connect themselves to the spot price in the underlying. In this example, S&P and NASDAQ are following the index, and the index is just equal to some of the stocks. So as the stocks are fluctuating, it's kind of like a steady state. If you know, okay, like an example, an air conditioner, right? If you have a room, let me teach you why the stock markets move around like this. There's a little bit of math that goes here. We took a class, all my chemical engineers out there, or mechanical engineers maybe took a class, or electrical engineers, process control systems. This is going to get your process control system EP-ing slightly chubby. So as you get a little turned on by this conversation, let's talk about air conditioners for a minute. An air conditioner has a thermostat. Let's just put a T right here that measures the temperature in the room. The T goes to a little box that's a controller. Let's call it a controller. This is the little panel that you type in, set point, right? I want my temperature to be 68 degrees because I'm the Iceman. All right, so put the set point in the controller. The controller reads the temperature. It says, is the temperature above or below the set point? Aha, temperature's above the set point. It's now reading 70. Therefore, I'm going to send a signal to my process, which is your air conditioner, let's just say AC, to turn on. It is an on-off signal. Turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. And the AC blasts out cold air into the side of the room, okay? And you over here, if you just listen all day long, air conditioner turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. Air conditioner turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. Okay, and your temperature, as it turns on, it gets colder, and as it turns off, it gets hotter, and as it turns on, it gets colder, and as it turns off, it gets hotter. This is your temp. This is your power. All right, so as the air conditioner turns on, it starts to push cold air into the room. You have an exit outtake here where the hot air gets pushed out and circled back around to the ductwork. And then once that cold air comes in here, very cold, it takes some time for the temperature to say, aha, it's cold enough, 68. Now it's the temperature. Okay, let's turn off. Whenever it turns on, it takes time for the air to cool off, and that time is what creates cycling, okay? It's not just the minute it turns on, it hits temperature. It takes minutes to get cold. And finally, when this is 68 over here, if you're to move the temperature over there, it might say 63 over there. It's always colder at the source than here because the heat distribution, right? It's not even everywhere in the space. So because of that, you get cycling. Your air conditioner turns on, turns off, turns on, turns off. Now let's talk about the stock market, okay? You have the index, which is equal to, and the index algorithm is an air conditioner. That's why I'm telling you this. It's a control system that's tracking something. Your index, right, is equal to your sum of the stocks. This is an HVAC class. Yeah. Okay. Which individually move. Stocks can go up, stocks can go down, stocks can go up, stocks can go down. And at any given time, all your stocks, when you add them up, equals your index, okay? Some kind of function equal to the index. Index is a math equation. The index is going to equal the sum of all of that. So the index is going to be doing this, okay? Now, as one of the stocks jumps up in price, now, okay, the index is moving like this, and futures will see the index move up and then try to track with it. So the index is going, and the futures are going to be slightly off kilter of each other, because if the index goes up, the futures should go up, okay? Right? So if all of a sudden you're trading and one of your stocks goes through the roof, futures is listening to that set point change. That's changing the temperature. And futures goes, we need to anticipate that the index is going to go up in value. So let's, instead of being delayed by listening, let's anticipate. Stock goes up, we need to quickly adjust the futures and move out. So there's corrective math to account for that delay in the cycling, i.e. if your temperature was colder over here, the thermometer over here could estimate based on the gradient how much time it should take, and therefore shut off the air conditioner sooner. So the futures market is tracking a set point change, i.e. the price of the stock, trying to track it. But also on its own, it can move. So if the index is moving higher, the futures market is also tracking it, like going along with it. But it also has its own supply and demand as people are buying and selling it. So as people are buying and selling it, any buyer is going to move the price up, any seller is going to move the price down, but it's still trying to track the underlying thing, because anytime it gets off center, there's a course correction that's saying, aha, we're underpriced on the index. Let's buy a little bit. And then somebody's going to buy, and then they overshoot. And then somebody says, oh, we're slightly above the price of the index. Let me sell a little bit. Then they undershoot. Then they buy a little bit. Then they sell a little bit. So futures just naturally like oscillates around the index because of the overshooting and undershooting. The reason it's not exact is because this is random. The resistance to your buying. There's no math equation that says if I buy 50 contracts, it moves up 10 points. If I buy 50 contracts and the ask price is 1,000, it moves up 0 points. If I buy 50 contracts and the ask price is 0, it maybe moves up 10 points. There's no math equation that can guess how far price moves whenever you're buying or selling a certain amount. So therefore, it's just always kind of dancing around the index a little bit. It's like an autopilot. Yeah, trying to course correct. It's like an air conditioner. Constantly trying to guess what it should be, but then the natural buying and selling can't predict its impact on the market. So it's constantly course correcting. Your air conditioner is basically, the index is going up, the air conditioner is turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off, turning on, turning off to try to stay on path with what it's supposed to be tracking. And even while people are trading it, it can do its own thing. Like if the index is moving higher and futures is doing this, and all of a sudden I decide to sell $10 billion worth of futures, I can press the futures lower even though it's trying to stay on course. And the minute me as the only seller stops selling, futures will do this and get back on path. See it all the time. Resilience is designed to see when shit like this is happening, because the futures market is just tracking the underlying spot price as much as it can, but it can allow itself to trade on its own independent supply and demand against its own bid and ask resistances, right? So yeah, the stock market's an air conditioner. So an autopilot, a course correcting machine, a PID controller, all of you engineers out there. PID controllers. You guys remember that? Where's my engineers in here? You guys are like, oh my God, my process control system. You guys want some pretty little pictures of this? Let me show you something really nerdy. It's a control system that takes an input and tries to course correct to maintain stability in the market. This is the logic block diagram for the logic loop. And then this is some of the control function math that goes with it. And then there's probably a pretty picture of the oscillation stuff. Let's see if the math is here. Do we got any? Oh, there we go. Hey-o. And guys, there's your futures algorithms. This is your master algo that tracks the underlying stuff, right? Step change. All of a sudden, everybody's buying stocks because of a news event. Futures will now correct and course correct. These are different K values on this. K is amplitude gain in your controller. Too little or too much causes overshoots. Too little is an undershoot, and just right is a step change that gets on path really good. So they rebalance themselves to kind of track. So you see how markets like move and oscillate like this? This is like basic math of any control system. This is very common in like every single thing that reads something, then responds and tries to track something. This math is very common in almost every device you have. Like your PID kit's hitting VWAP, LOL. Yeah, we took a whole class on that math. It's kind of fun. It's constantly like, if you guys want another nerdy thing, it's basically like, it's constantly asking itself, what's the value? What's the value? What's the value? And then let's correct. Here's a correction gain. Here's this is basically guessing future changes on time. You can see there's like a time dependency here. So it's basically trying to say like, it can use information to forecast the future. An example of these other terms is like an airplane is flying and the airplane is getting pushed this way and it knows the wind. It can read the wind and the changing of the wind to say, I need to guess, I need to oversteer this way. Or your air conditioner can say, I know the temperature differential. Let me turn it off 10 minutes sooner because that coolness will cool the room off without the AC like overdoing it. So if you have it like balanced correctly, it just turns on and then gets right back on path very quick. If it doesn't and people start buying and selling this shit much faster than the stocks, you tend to create these events where markets like spiral out of control and cause like big crashes, like i.e. a sudden unpredicted news event or unpredictable news event that just caused the market to freak out like yesterday. This is where the controller destabilizes and it's trying to track the futures, and all of a sudden the index gets pressed, which causes a squeeze, which causes more squeeze, which causes more squeeze, despite what the stocks are doing. And then once that selling pressure stops, it snaps back on track and then stabilizes. This is the math of the control system of the market. Your stock market is a giant PID controller that's designed to listen to what the stocks are doing and adjust itself based on what the stocks are doing, but also allow itself independent free movement to react on its own independent supply and demand. This has been your physics lesson with Professor Matt. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Powell still talking? Yeah. That can break down for PID for us. I'm done. Too much math. In a book, Psycho-Cybernetics, the author does a similar analogy, but he uses guided seeking missile. Yeah, that's a great, it's basically the math of anything trying to stay on track to what you set it to. There's a lot of stuff in your house that does this. Your oven will do this. You set your dial to 500. You're roasting some veggies. The oven will maintain that temperature by turning off, measuring the temperature, letting it get hot. When it gets cold, it'll turn back on, turn back off, turn back on, turn back off. And the stock market, the giant like ICT, kind of like there's a master algorithm controlling the market. Well, there is, but it's not trying to sweep your stops. That's silly. It's just the Globex has an algorithm that has the futures price track the underlying spot price. Oil is now trading $65, $70 a barrel. And then all of a sudden oil prices are going up and up and up because tankers can't make it because the Strait is closed. And then the spot price, which is the price you just buy oil on the spot, you want the oil not to contract, goes up $3-4. The futures is listening to that and trying to track the spot price while still trying to price in the future of it. So it's like two different things. It's just a tracking algorithm that prices the bid and ask as closely to the spot price as it can, but also allowing a little flexibility of the futures to move on its own and course correct. The futures are a giant fucking oven. And the master ICT algo or whatever does only that, maintain order and stability in the market, like circuit breakers and velocity logic and price banding. And then the underlying tracking sets the best bid and ask price, and the market makers have to line up behind it. And that's how the Globex works. I can write a book on how the Globex works, but that's it. There is master algo, but it's not out there trying to sweep your stops. It's not out there trying to fuck over your trades. It doesn't even know you exist or care that you exist. I see all this crap out there. Turtle. I see somebody talking about turtle soups, this and that. This is a bunch of, there's like this master algorithm. I don't know, dude. There's some goofy stuff out there. People are trying to say there's patterns. There's an algo that does this and that. The pattern is this. The algorithm is tracking the stocks. Let me show you something cool. You ready? Something's moving along and oscillating. There's the index, right? Let me show you why all this stuff exists. It's a natural mechanism, right? The futures are tracking the stocks with a slight amount of delay. And all of a sudden, the stocks move to here And then your futures, pay close attention. Let me draw this in candles. Your futures, candle, right? And then big candle, and then oscillating candle, right? Right? You guys see this? Does this look like any kind of pattern? Does this look like a fair value gap? It's a fucking set point change and a PID controller, guys. It's the same thing. Prices moving along, pop, moving along. This high amplitude, this low amplitude, there's a space, there's support. Exactly what you're seeing. You're seeing a step change in the stocks, and the futures just slightly delayed in tracking it and then oscillating around the new step point. And then it shows up as a fair value gap. It's why those things exist. There's nothing magical about it. You just have candle and candle and candle, and then the stocks move, and then the futures move slightly after. And then you have candle and then candle and then candle. So it's a step change. Your stocks went up like this. Your futures is like move up like this. And you're getting that same kind of price action. This is like people go, oh my God, this is like, makes a whole lot of sense. And you got your traders like, there's your resistance, there's a gap. Well, yeah, that's what you've identified. It's a course correcting algorithm that's futures are just tracking the stocks. As long as the amplitude of, as long as the magnitude change of your set point is bigger than the range of oscillation. And therefore, people call this momentum. Well, yeah, you've moved beyond the range of visible noise. Therefore, you can guarantee that it's likely a move in the upside. If the visible noise is up and down 5 points, and then you move 20 points, and you're up and down 5 points, clearly you have moved 10 points or greater. Therefore, it is an identifiable step change, i.e. the stocks have gone up. You just prove the obvious by circling back around and restating the obvious. The stocks went up. You can't guarantee the stocks went up if it's just oscillating that amount of noise, right? So what you want to see is an obvious step change in the price. And therefore, I just boiled down ICC with you with actual math. There's a reason why that is effective. All you're doing is identifying that the step change is bigger than the noise. And the noise is your volatility. Therefore, you can prove it's a move beyond volatility. The amplitude of the step change is bigger than the amplitude of the noise. Ready? Hold on. This is an invisible mic. And I'm dropping it. So there you go. When people try to give it goofy sounding names, I mean, it's really what everybody that doesn't understand the math behind these things, they're just identifying basic math of a control system and just they're not smart enough to understand what they're staring at. So they just kind of come up with goofy sounding words for it. Quickly, just before I get out here, this is a new oscillation. Here's an old oscillation before we converge to a point. Does anybody here? Does this look like a fucking fair value gap to you? I mean, it's the basic math. They just start at the 0 point on time before the step change, but the blue is your step change. Stocks go up. Here's your previous oscillation that converges. Here's your new oscillation that converges. This is just, don't forget that all the different graphs are just different amplitude value. Like this is, let's just look at one and let's use the K2. This one right here, this one oscillates here, moves up, oscillates up. There's your resistance, there's your support, there's your gap. All right. The humble trader went over all that yesterday. LOL. No, she can't, because she can't show you her trades. It's illegal. She can't show you why she does what she does. It's illegal. Market's just one giant control system tracking the underlying stocks. That's really what it is. That's the master algo. At the end of the day, the market moves on fear and greed, right? Fear and greed is what moves the stocks, and the futures are just tracking the stocks and then trying to anticipate the value of the stocks by future movement. Course correcting. That it, baby. What about the kill switch in futures? Stops trading after it reaches a certain level. You have a couple of them. The first one is obvious one is circuit breaker. The limit up, limit down are just rules where the stock market and futures market stop trading. The other the other rule is the velocity logic, which means if price takes out a certain amount of tiers of the bid, a certain amount of time, like if the market has a big enough order to take out so many tiers in a certain amount of time, price halts. They take all the remaining orders and they secretly auction them amongst the market makers. The market makers choose to, one of them chooses to take it. They calculate the IOP and gap the price somewhere, and then the price regaps, and then all the rest of the orders are gobbled up at a single price, and then trading resumes somewhere else. So like call them small gaps, or I mean small shutdowns. Velocity logic. So two like pull the plug events. Velocity logic happens so fast you can barely see it. It's a blip on a chart. What's turtle soup? I don't even know. I don't even know, dude. I saw somebody posting something in chat that was in Twitter that was like, hey, DM me for this PDF. And this PDF was like, I don't know, dude. It's like called turtle box soup or some crap. Let me show you guys. Hold up. I don't know. They're all like, I'm the inventor. Somebody's like, I'm the inventor of turtle soup. Somebody's like, I'm the inventor of turtle box soup. I'm just like, what the fuck are these things that people are coming up with? I don't even know. Yeah, this is what it was, dude. A little weird shit. Like, look, this is what it was last night. I'm the inventor of the turtle body soup. I'm an inventor. And I look at this and I go, there you go. Study up, guys. Let's look at all these. Like, it's just like, here's this routine of a successful. I mean, this is a lot. This is what I see people come up with. So it's like candles, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. What is all of this? Like, what? I mean, this is a lot of stuff. This is... They're overcomplicating something very basic. Like, I'm not even sure what I'm staring at, but this is what I saw somebody do. There's apparently some kind of method to analyze. So a candle is an oscillation inside of a range of time. So apparently, like, these kind of analysis are subjective to your choice of candle, which I'm not making fun of it, but you can choose whatever you want for the candle. You create whatever look of candles you want by setting 1, 5, 10, 20 minute, whatever. A lot of studying on this. Turtle soup. What? Like, what? Soup. There's a lot. This is just basically like, this reminds me of that scene. I'm going to show you what it reminds me of. Hold on. In the mood, let me show you. Let's see if I can find it. It's like trying to find patterns in noise. And this is what a mathematician will kind of tell you. Let me share you guys a scene from one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I've played enough Go for one day.
I hate this game.
Cowards, all of you. None of you rise to meet my challenge? Come on, Bender. Whoever wins, Saul does his laundry all semester.
Does that seem unfair to anyone else?
Not at all.
Watch this.
Look at him.
Ash, taking a reverse constitutional.
I'm hoping to extract an algorithm to define their movement.
I'm looking to extract an algorithm to define their movement. Like, he's like watching birds run around. He really did this. I love John Nash. He's a brilliant mathematician. But this is kind of what this turtle soup bullshit is like watching a bunch of pigeons walk around and you're trying to extract some kind of logic and random noise, right?
And creativity.
And like, you're just sitting there basically driving yourself crazy, trying to find patterns in noise. And that's basically what kind of like amplified his, he had schizophrenia, right? So, brilliant mathematician, right? But I think a lot of these traders out there, it's like this. This is watching a bunch of pigeons peck the fucking dirt and trying to put some algorithm to the noise. It's really what it is. It's overcomplicating something that's clearly random. Like a mathematician would look at this and say, this is clearly random. There's no pattern here. There's no, because if there is a pattern here, mathematicians will tell you any kind of pattern. Let me tell you something. The most complicated equations in physics and math are simple and elegant because the universe, while it has infinite complexity, anything that is mastered or understood has found to be rather simple in its explanation. The mathematics of the universe is a combination of millions of simple equations. The idea that this can't be boiled down simply, it means the person has no grasp on the mathematics behind what they're looking at. DD band alert. No DD band sell. No, not today. This market's going up. So the idea that you're just finding patterns in noise with infinite complexity means there is no pattern in the noise. If there was a pattern, it would be elegantly presented and simple. So a lot of people spin their wheels trying to find noise in patterns in noise. They're following a bunch of pigeons around trying to extract an algorithm predicting where these birds are going to go. Well, what about the colorful shapes? Not saying it's a bad idea to try to find some kind of patterns, but the real answer is there's no pattern. And I know it spits in the face of like what millions of traders are trying to do, but I'm the winning trader of the room and there's millions of failed traders. And I'll tell you exactly why it is. There's no pattern in the noise. It's noise. There are people that invent some kind of analysis and there's people that gobble it up. And for some incredible weirdness, nothing against this guy, good luck to him, but apparently 80,000 people gobble it up. It's incredible because I need 80,000 fucking losers to lose so I can have the millionaire lifestyle. I need idiots to beat, which is fine by me. I don't need everybody in the world to be good at this. I need enough dummies out there chasing pigeons around fucking with a notepad. You know what I mean? Go for it, guys. Like I need your money. Volume weight, average price, and standard deviation bands. Yeah, stuff like that's pretty good. Anything related to finding volume is good. Shapes in the candles. It's just noise. It's a tracking algorithm tracking the stocks. I mean, I can look at the pattern here and tell you volatility got less. It means around, first hour or two of the day, some of the stocks just went straight up and stayed up. Let's go see if there's any of them that did it. Nvidia went straight up, stayed up. There we go. Just right out the blue. Apple, maybe not, but maybe enough of them did. Amazon went straight up and stayed up. Doesn't this look like a step change to you? And the futures just sort of moved later and caught up. There you go. I mean, it's not like I'm, over here cracking the code and like, dropping mic is fun, but this is like any engineer. This little degree on the wall here takes a class like this and they stare at this stuff and they go, oh, this is just like another control system. We studied thousands of them. Air conditioners, refrigerators, heaters, ovens, they're all the same math. Airplanes and autopilot. Cars, anti-lock braking systems. I mean, everything is the same math that controls a basic input-output feedback loop device. And I watch these kids spin their wheel and just try to find patterns in noise when it's very obvious, what this is. It's just noise, random noise. And what's worse about random noise is you get the freedom in all these systems to choose whatever candle you want. And your job is to see patterns in the noise. And let's say it's a bad way to trade. There are people that are really good at it, but there's people that are being taught that this is like the secrets of the stock market. It's really not. You're identifying a step change in the stocks. Oh, really nice. Well, yeah, we have an indicator that watches the stocks in one gulp. The candle patterns aren't going to be like some kind of magic sauce for you. I love Beautiful Minds. One of my favorite movies. And the sad part about John Nash is that Professor Nash, him and his wife were both killed in a car crash together. That was really sad. But very, very, very smart ideas. It was a joke about the turtles when their trend following stuff failed to be like turtle soup. Yeah, wasn't it? What's her face that came up with the turtle soup? And I think she's pretty cool. What's her name? This OG gangster in Futures. What the hell's her name? I always forget. Linda Ratchke. Yeah, Linda Ratchke. That's right. She's a fucking beast, though. Nothing against it. Yeah. She coined the term. Yeah, she's a badass. I was in a music video with her, by the way. You guys remember the Cardinal Cash Buy the Dip music video? You guys remember Cardinal Cash? Speaking of. Almost time for my fun and features. I'm done trading for the day, by the way. DD ban has been tapped. Hold on. Does he still have his videos out there? Dude, maybe he's taking them down. I don't see them anymore. Oh, I don't think his YouTube channel is active anymore. What? No way. Can you stop? Oh, I think his name is, hold on. I think he... Oh, I don't see his channel anymore. I wonder what happened. I need to find it. Oh, it's not there anymore. Yeah, so he did this. He made... Cardinal Cash was what happened to him. He's got busy with work. He has a pretty cool big boy job, so... Did I trade last night? No, this is all today. I didn't trade anything last night. Bird math is real. Any chance he'll go to 21,900? Yeah, absolutely. Like, wait, 21? Oh no, 21,900. No. This is starting a good bull run, so I don't think we're gonna sell off. We have no bad news coming through unless some of the data comes as a miss. We might get a sell-off day, but this is starting the breakout rally. We've got VIX below triple B, no volatility. Markets just keep pushing higher. This is gonna be one of your favorite trading months, you guys. After the first hour, institutions order hunting for liquidity. Do the HFT algo just take over and trap retail traders for fun? Dragonfly, no, none of that happens. Most of your institutional traders are going to be trading right at the open, like literally within a moment. That's where all this volume comes from. Your MOC algorithms are mostly trading here. Nobody's out there trying to sweep stops or trap any real retail traders. That's all myth. The market is not on a mission to screw a certain trader over, screw a group over. It's just the myth devised by bad traders to explain why they lose trading. The market moves based on people wanting to buy stock. Nobody's in there in a boardroom saying, you know what, we're going to invest $10 million today in the stock market with our clients' funds. But what we should do is take that $10 million and sell off pretty quickly to press these retail guys stops and then buy up. They just usually go in and start buying. He'll tell their traders, buy whenever you can. And the traders will go back to their desk and use whatever independent methods they got to buy, whatever price they get. The price dips, they buy more. Price dips, they buy more until they bought everything the boss told them to buy. There's no like super secret algorithm out there that's stop hunting or trapping retail or anything like that. It's finding a pattern in the noise. You might feel like retail gets trapped, like the market's sitting here and the algorithms dip and then rip and everybody's like, oh crap, they swept our stops. Well, there's no independent thing doing that. The only thing that's doing this is the futures algo that's tracking the stocks. The reason it dropped, probably because the first 50 orders that it saw were sell orders, and then it overshot to sell, and then 1,000 buy orders came in, then it overshot to buy. So what you're basically seeing is just a natural mechanism of the tracking based on which way the flurry comes in. And people think there's some kind of logic behind it that's designed to trap retail or test retail. It's not. This is all myth. 1 million people aren't conspiring to trap retail traders. You guys just suck as traders. No offense. It's really what it is. So, where's the market going? Up, 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 baby. But yeah, you guys, great question though. I love that question, Dragonfly. I think that traders just get trapped because of their own inefficiency, their own terribleness at trading. The market dips and then people dive in and try to short before a flurry of 1,000 buy orders come in. And people chase the market, which is why they get trapped. It's more likely that people are chasing the market in mass because they see a candle that looks good. Like right now, traders are sitting here every moment that goes by. Crap, I'm missing out. I'm missing out. I'm missing out. Okay, finally, I'll get in. Fine, I'm going to long. I'm going to make all this money, right? That's the dumb trader. You know what the smart trader did? I made $11,000 here. I've been sitting out the rest of the day. The smart trader is the one not doing that. And so the smarter traders aren't getting trapped. The dumber traders are because they're mostly chasing, right? There's a lot of people with that same I'm going to miss out psychology, or that same aha, it broke a high, therefore let me chase the high. So psychology, and because traders behave similarly and emotionally similarly, then you see that pattern. But there's nothing like let's bull trap a bunch of people and then sell off. This is psychological thing. The market is just selling off because people are selling. There's no like stop sleeping algorithm. And a lot of people pitch that idea to sell courses. It's really not. So, but yeah, I love questions like that because I love exploring it. According to her, Linda Rashi's turtle soup setup, a swing trade is not intraday, but used for intraday now. Yeah. Cardinal Cash is entertaining. Yeah. So yeah, he has a really cool big boy job. I can't tell you what it is, but it's very cool. Like very, very cool. He's kind of famous in his big boy job. And he's got really busy with it. He got one of his old streams downloaded. Oh, nice. Yeah, he made a music video. He basically got a bunch of the YouTubers together to star in his music video. So like Linda was in it. That's what I remember. That's how I learned about her. Trades with Matt was in it. I was in it. I was wearing a teddy bear onesie with a t-shirt, a green teddy bear onesie with a t-shirt with a $sign on it, air guitaring in front of a church, kicking in the air while air guitaring. That was my cameo in that. And then I also have a cameo of me in front of the Federal Reserve building, making it rain in front of the Fed in a teddy bear suit. Let's see if I can find it on my Insta. For his music video. He called me one day. He's like, bro, you want to be in a music video? I was like, okay. Oh, here it is. I just have the one picture on my Insta. So the Federal Reserve is behind me. And the funny part is the Federal Reserve is guarded like Fort freaking Knox, dude. It is like 10-foot walls, double barrier, giant fences, security all around the perimeter. Like, I feel like you can't get in unless you're the president. And I walked up and the security guard was like, no, he's like, you got to keep going. And I was like, well, can I? And I had it. And he's like, no, he's like, you can't stand here. You got to go. Can't stand here. And I was like, can I just, he's like, no, you got to go. So they shooed me out pretty quick. So what I went was across the street. This is a street and there's like an empty parking lot. So then we filmed the scene in the parking lot. And the whole time he was like eyeing me on the phone. Like he was kind of like, so I don't know what goes on in the fucking Federal Reserve, but they highly secure over there. But I was like making it rain and throwing money in the air and like dancing in front of the Fed building with a bear onesie and a t-shirt and a gold chain. In that music video that he did. But yeah. Which is kind of cool. The other idea for Buy the Dip was what he said was like, we should go to the store and in your teddy bear onesie and just take the shopping cart and in slow motion, throw a bunch of like salsa and queso in the cart and have it slow motion. Like you're just loading the cart up with all this dip. So you're buying the dip. And then when you go to the checkout, you take these big giant dollar bills that you have and you're trying to shove them in the machine and they come over and kick you out of the store. So that was the original scene we were going to do of me trying to buy the dip literally with fake money. But then he's like, then I had a better idea. I was like, that's funny, but why don't I go make it rain in front of the Fed building? He was like, bro, that's genius. He's like, you had a Fed building? I'm like, yeah, it's like right across the street from my house. Somebody said, I don't know how you're not dead. I'm sure if you zoom in on that picture, there's probably like a red sniper dot on my forehead somewhere. Like, you get this dot's like moving around. Like, we got an eye on him. Yep. All right, keep an eye out. We're watching. They were jealous of my trip. Oh yeah, 100%. Those are the fun days, man. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh wait, there's a link down here. Maybe it's unlisted, but let's go see. Hold up. Oh no, I found the link. He made it private. Oh. Oh well. Goober? Oh yeah, so how to transfer equities levels. Very simple. Okay. What you're going to do, until we automate this, you're going to do this manually, okay? You're going to go in here and pick any level that you want. As an example, let's go ahead and use Bull Zone 598 as an example. It's basic cross multiplication. You're going to say your level in SPY divided by your level in futures is equal to the same ratio of SPY price divided by futures price, right? So you take a ratio. This is just a current value of futures divided by the S&P. So the right side of this equation, so you're cross multiplying, you're solving for your level in futures, right? So you just whip this algebra around and you basically, this divided by that equals this. So move this over here, move that over there. And you're just solving for X, right? You know your level in SPY, it's 598. You know your ratio of prices, which is 61.35. At any snapshot, divide it in 605.84, right? Now, the one thing that you're going to notice is that, and you know your level, right? 598. And you're just basically solving for this. And what you're doing is that you're going to notice is that price in futures is moving like this, and price in SPY is moving like this as well. This fraction is never going to be the same. Every tick, that fraction moves up and down. So your converted value is never going to be exact. It's always an estimate. Goober, does that make sense to you why it's never exact? If I were to convert that number and come up with a level here, as an example, if the level was here, every tick, that level is probably going to dance around like a little bit. Okay. Does everyone understand? Does anybody not understand why this level moves? Because that fraction is never identical. The two are not trading exactly the same. So it's a dancing target, right? It's not going to be that inaccurate, but say that you calculate 6,100 and price falls, and then it actually bounces off of that 598 pivot at 60.96. There's a little inefficiency due to like how much they deviate from each other. The automation, I created an algorithm that will actually solve that issue by not updating your values. When we automate this in futures, we're going to automatically draw the levels here for you. And instead of you staring at a bunch of converted dancing numbers, like all your levels are moving on the chart, what the way the algorithm I wrote is going to do this is that when you're very far away from the price, it calculates right when the market opens the conversion for you. And then once every minute, it will adjust. And it might make a small adjustment here, small adjustment here. When price is far away from it, you're not interacting with it, so you don't need it to move. It doesn't matter. Or maybe once every 5 minutes. We can set it however you want. We'll have parameters for you to set the updating. So if you're far away from it, it just updates every 5 minutes. As you get closer, it might update every minute. As you get right up near it, it'll update every second. So the idea is that your target is dancing when you're next to it, so you can see where it is. But when you're farther away, the target doesn't move, and then every 5 minutes it'll update once. Does that make sense? Does that sound like a good solution to that problem? The frequency at which it updates is proportional to how close you are to the level. You want to see exactly where that level is when you're near it. When you're far away, you don't care to watch your, like right now, we don't care to see the lower DD bands update every second. This is just going to be like an eyeball fuck to watch these things move around all day long when you're converting. Well, DD bands won't convert, but the futures ones, right? So the idea is they'll only update when you're close to it. And that's going to be a pretty cool way to solve that problem. Does it really have to be that accurate when it's close? That is the question, is that sometimes, mostly no. Your deviation is, you know, I mean, let me show you. Let's do it really quick. Let me open up a spreadsheet. Watch this. Let's do it really quick. All right. I have it already in front of you, in front of us. Oh, I can write the code really quick. Let's just do it. So I have basically the fraction over here to the left. So here's a SPY target and here's a converted target. So let's look at the difference, right? So as S&P fraction is changing 10.12, 126, 1269, ES is 5848, 5848. Now there's not a lot of movement right now. 5847, 5847, 48. So the fraction's not changing much because the market's barely moving, but in times of high volatility, this can be off sometimes close to 1%. So it could be a difference of 5 to 10 points on the ES. It's a great question, Kevin. The idea is that it's kind of really hard to anticipate the variability of that error. And so ideally, right, the idea would be put there a way we just didn't have it dance at all. Looks like 5847, 5848. Not really that big of a difference, right? So which one do we pick? Do we just anchor the price at exactly 930? The problem that we've noticed, and I've noticed this too, is that if I have a target that's really far away, as an example, let's do 500, something really far away. 63, 63.2. Actually, let me do something that's close to show you the difference. 61. What is current SPY right now? 605. So when you're actually at the value, like, and it's a high value, it's not really that big of a deal. But say that like SPY was a lower number. A lot of the time, sorry, it's really far away. And actually you'll see it because we can't really simulate it until market starts selling. But if the market was to sell, you're going to see numbers that are farther away. When you get to it, it won't be the level you get there. I've noticed this all the time. I used to calculate it at 930 and then we had the conversions at 930. And then if the market were to crash that day and fall to your converted level, it would overshoot it like sometimes 10 points on the S&P, sometimes 30, 40 points on NASDAQ. And when you really redid the calculation at that moment in time, it was actually there. So what happens is when the futures are selling off and the stocks are selling off, they actually sell off much quicker in different rates. Futures will likely sell off much faster, or at least start picking up speed because it's anticipating the stocks falling. And that fraction can sometimes go 10.4, 10.5, 9.7. The fraction deviates crazy when volatility picks up. Because of that, there's a big error in numbers that are farther away, and that error is compounded the bigger the distance and the further it falls. So the problem becomes, Kevin, you're 100% right. It's like, could we just ignore it? And in most circumstances, we could write some corrective measure and say, ignore it most of the time. If market moves X distance and X time, like a velocity measure, then okay, turn on the algorithm that may need to adjust the price. Other than that, ignore it, make it flat, set a reference point, do the calc at 930, and just assume a little bit of error. But we've seen the error be at least a strike distance at times when the market falls very quick. So the question becomes, do we have to do that? And the debate has always been, we still have to create that algorithm. So the catch-all is that if the updating algorithm is the frequency at which it updates is going to be the solution to that problem. Because in a slow market, fast market, crashing market, it's the same algorithm. So it works in all cases. It's the most optimal solution. It's harder for a trader to obviously trade with a moving target that's dancing up and down a couple of points. But when the market falls really quick, you definitely want to adjust it the 5 or 10 or 20 points you might need to, if there is that much error, to make sure your hedge pressure is really good in the moments of craziness when you're trying to catch a falling knife. So, yeah. We haven't studied it enough to know the range of deviation, but just like anecdotally from my own trading, I've noticed it's done that. Like I'll calculate it and you get really far away and you get to it, it's like 5 or 6 points off. Might be the difference of you missing your target or jumping in too early. The problem being, if we didn't adjust it quick enough, could somebody blow up making a bad decision because they bought here when hedge pressure was really here, right? And so we kind of need a safety net with that. And you're right. So there's a group in our Discord, the Futures Conversion crew. They've always done a service for you guys. They just kind of volunteered to have fun with this. They call it Futures Conversion. And every day for years, there's been a group of people who come in for you guys. You guys know Paul comes in and just does the calculation for you guys. I mean, they've been doing it for years, and they come in, they anchor it at 930 and give you the estimated calculations of hedge pressures. He's been doing this for like 5 years. So if you guys want a converted target, go to our Discord. There's a channel called Futures Conversions that just every morning, it's just a crew of people that just love doing this. They've always done it just for the sake of those that like it. You know, you guys want to update your futures chart very quick. I mean, you can go all the way back. Eric, Paul, I've been doing it forever. It's really cool, right? We have a lot of people volunteering to kind of do fun stuff around here. Whoa, I didn't even see this one. Jeffers doing it. Yeah, Jeffers is in there. And then somebody's always doing it. And so what they do is the rule here that they made was one of our original rules, which was for everybody to have the same anchor point. They do the conversion with the fraction at exactly 930. So this is the dance-free version at a 930 anchor. It becomes inaccurate when volatility goes up, but the inaccuracy is not that big. You know, like I said, it can sometimes, I mean, sometimes it's really big, but most of the time it's not. Effectively, those pivots plus or minus a strike in the worst case scenario are accurate throughout the day. But yeah, they've been really cool at like doing that for you guys. If y'all just want like the quick conversion, they do hedge pressure, monthly hedge pressure, converting the target in equities for SPY, QQQ. They're using VXX, UVXY, and IWM. And just do a quick calculation for y'all. So if I were to automate it, I could automate that same calculation, the 930 anchor. So the idea we had was in the algorithm that you guys have some control. You can have some parameters. One is to click 930 anchor. It just does it once. It doesn't dance. The other one is the dynamic model, which dances. And then you can set your parameter of how often you want it to update. And then it will do whatever your settings are. So that's my new applet that I'm going to design for the conversion part in this next project where we're doing all the new futures updates. We're updating dynamics. All of that stuff is going to be automated. This can be part of that. I emailed the team that's working on the dynamics over the weekend to get a progress update on that beta they're sending us. So dynamic overnights will be automated in the platform. All right, guys, chilling here. What a good day today. Crushing it like always. We're going to head over to my funded in just a little bit. I think I'm done trading for the day. But yeah, not trying to fade this, not trying to short this. This is a nice, easy, clean bull setup. Am I investing this right now? No, I'm done for the day. My max profit between all these accounts is between 1 and 2,000. I've maxed out. The only thing I can probably do is trade my funded account, but since it's not an A+ setup, I'm not going to do it. And my 50K funded next accounts, they're 50K, and so I got to be very careful only trading A+ setups with those until I build a big buffer. I'm not going to risk it. I have 200K funded next that I did decide to risk on today. So I can't trade him if I wanted to because I've kind of maxed out. I'm trying to go for payouts now and get the consistency up in these accounts. Or get the consistency met in these accounts, yeah. 8K, Ken, let's go, let's go. How does MHP change? Daily at 9:30, once a day, Shelly, yeah. Can I show you a desk setup? I think I have it on Instagram, actually. Hold up. Buy the dip. Buy the fucking dip. That was such a fun day. Okay, let me go to here. I have a video somewhere. This is my old office. I have a video of the new office somewhere. Maybe I do here. Hold up. Any recommendations on videos and stuff you should watch? 100% you should join our boot camp. I have 20 videos that you can watch. It's only $20. We started yesterday. It's a 20-day process. There's 20 videos. If you're looking to get into day trading on Koi, this is exactly what we have. This is the biggest thing we do here. It's very inexpensive. It's a $20 thing. You should be able to check it out. Those videos will have, hold on. Let me see. Do I have my, I thought he had it in here. Trader Life, maybe it's in here. Oh yeah, this is the, okay, so this is the office before I put the lighting in. So this is on my Instagram, on my stories. So let me just kind of show you guys what I have. Watch carefully. That's this. There's a lamp. There's the old computer. I'll slow it down in a second. There's like all the lighting, the soundproofing, green walls for money, and I got all of this here. And a plant. And another desk with a gaming setup that is missing the laptop, I think, at the time here. Yeah, so now I ordered my brand new laptop, my 5090, so I have like a laptop holder here. This is my high-end DAC and amplifier and some really nice speakers. So I do like audio file editing and gaming here. And if you go back to, let me pause it. It's a lot of screens. Let me show you what they all do. That's the old computer. RIP. It's dead. I replaced it. All right. So here is this tablet. I don't use it much anymore. Since I rebuilt my computer, I never set it up. But the tablet is so I can like write on the screen. But the problem is I write on the screen and I have to talk to you guys. I need to figure out a way to do the tablet where it's like here or somewhere where it's like I can still look at you guys while I type. It's just weird to like see the side of my head like this. So I need to figure out a solution for that. But this is a touch screen that mirrors my screen, so I can draw on this and you guys can see here. This runs my encoder, so I'm running my stream from here, switching the scenes and stuff. This is usually Discord or music or something. Like right now, it's Discord. Discord is open. Right here is the stream that you see. This is my screen that you see here. This one is all of my accounts that I'm trading. Not all the DOMs, but all the accounts. So I got like my, everything is open up here. All my Tradeifys, all my ETF, my everything. It's all up here. The totals. So I can watch all the totals here in one spot. Some of them I have to trade, like the Tradeify desktop doesn't, it's just for Tradeify, and the web Tradeifys are up here to trade with. To the left, two more screens. This is my flurry of DOMs all up here. Tradeifys, ETF, and I was gonna put TopSip on here, but I don't have room to monitor all of that. And used to have my Apex here, but I've kind of simplified it to just my DOMs. And then down here is YouTube. I can watch YouTube chat here. So all the screens do something different, and these two are just managing all my accounts. These two are for the stream, but that's it. That's the setup. But now I got I got my lighting rig installed and everything. So now I've got like a whole thing. I've got these giant compression poles with panel LED lighting. And I decked out the walls and stuff. What kind of monitor mount I'm using? The same people that make monitor mounts for Citadel. I'm about to give you guys, you geeks in here, the coolest thing you've ever seen. I completely have stood by this company forever and ever and ever ago. At Deck Modular, they make mounting systems for hedge funds and market makers. This is what they do. They are steel, they are heavy duty, and they hold giant, thick, heavy monitors. And I had a customized At Deck mounting system. You get these like monitor arms and stuff off of Amazon. They're cheap aluminum, China shit. These are steel. And the clamp, like my F clamp, weighs like 6 pounds, dude. It's like a heavy, giant piece of metal. So these monitors, like I've got 3 poles, one in the, like this right here. I don't like to do arms on the poles because they tilt like this. I have 3 poles. Each pole has a monitor on the center on my setup. That's a little overkill, but it's sturdy as hell. Each monitor can independently move the others, which is great. And the modular, you just build it yourself. So you can buy a pole, and then you can buy the different arms, and then you can buy the brackets and everything. It's all like this thing, this little guy right here. And this tray with my tablet is also At Deck. It has tension in the arms, so I can actually tighten and lower the tension. I kind of keep it a little loose so that I can bounce it around. But like swivel arms and it's pretty, really, dude, really, really, really nice. It's just commercial grade stuff, yeah. They also have it in white now. Oh, I didn't know they did it in white. That's kind of cool. So it looks like they have different colors: white, steel, and black. But At Deck is the company that did it. And I basically was like looking online. I was like, who makes monitor mounts for like big hedge funds? They don't buy the cheap Amazon crap. Ergotron. Super heavy duty. Oh, cool, yeah. You just trade off your phone, LOL. That's all you need, right? But no, I love it. The independent arms kind of keep it nice. So each monitor is just like doing its own thing. And with all the cable management I have to do, it's nice to have like it all organized. First time in chat. What's up, guys? All right. Well, speaking of first time in chat, it's time to go. You guys know we'll be live on MyFunded TV. As always, I want you to go over there and start stirring up chat in about 5 minutes. Here's the link. I'll be live on MyFunded TV. I host their show, Lunch Money with Matt. We'll be there, and then we'll be back here after that. What size monitors? They're all 27-inch. I could do big monitors or curved monitors, but the problem is that what I used to do, or what I have to do, is with curved monitors or bigger monitors, my eyes drift more and more. I need monitors encasing me, because on the stream, you guys would be watching me do this. Like if I had big monitors and it just looked funny. So I ended up doing 27s and keeping them tight and around me. So essentially, the most I look is here. I'm looking at the left here. I'm looking at the right here. So it's really nice that when I'm talking to you guys, I'm not like making you dizzy by looking goofy. Also, you can't move your head around a lot because the key lights will reflect in the glasses. So I have to keep things, there's a science behind this. I have to keep things nice and tidy so that you don't stare at the reflection of my lights as well. So there's like literally, there's a bunch of geniusness behind this layout to solve a bunch of vanity problems, you know, for basically like layout and theme. Have I taken good trades today? I made $11,000 today. I longed 2 times. I longed and closed, longed and closed. Can you get a polarizer for your camera to move the glare? It's not the glare, it's the reflection. So like right here, if I turn my glasses up, you can see the lighting. I've got all my lights that light up my face. The trick is, the way I have it all angled and designed is that the lights actually don't reflect in my glasses. I can look straight on at you and you can't see the lighting. Only at the top rim of the glasses, and that's the best you can do. But in the lenses themselves, you can't. So essentially, we were studying, my design team and I were studying my old layout when we made this new layout. And this is the kind of level of diligence we put in everything. We had a whole conversation between me and my design team on what to do about the glasses reflection. We took all these little notes. Let's change this. Let's change this. Let's perfect the stream. Let's change the contrast a little bit so it has a little bit of a washed out look. Like everything was like science at this point, which is kind of cool. Guys, I know I put that much thought into everything I do. So I had to go redesign everything so that you don't see the lights anymore. My old stream, you could see the lights. But that's just a testament, baby, to the diligence I put into everything I do. Everything is a mathematical, scientific process of perfection. And on that note, let's get out of here. See you guys at My Funded. Yes, Z23, go to this link now. I'm moving to a different show, and I'll be here all afternoon. Have I run my 4th of July party behind my science team? I haven't. I need to, though. Efficiency, man. Efficiency.